the NBA playoffs on NBC.
Christian Javier brings it. There it goes. Swanson touches one off. 5-0 Atlanta here in the fifth. 6 seconds. Murray hits it downfield. It is caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. Apologies for the delay. There was a delay between the Red Sox and the White Sox, but we are here live on the Louis Sports Network. It is the Battle of the Sox. Welcome to Guaranteed Rate Field, White Sox fans and Red Sox fans here on the Louis Sports Network. Make sure you hit the like, make sure to hit that subscribe, make sure to share the stream. Make sure you share it on the social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Hump Day Wednesday. We got Alex Verdugo on deck. Didn't even realize the game had already started. We have 2 outs. We have 2 men on for the Boston Red Sox. JD Martinez got a base hit. He's on second base. And we have a walk. Who was just the last hitter that just went on? I'm just trying to remember who it was. I'm guessing it was Xander Bogaerts. So he walked. And right now, here's Alex Verdugo, who takes a strike to Lucas Giolito, who's pitching for the White Sox. To start. Make sure to hit that like as you guys come in. Starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox: Kike Hernandez batting leadoff, Rafael Devers batting second, JD batting third, Bogaerts batting at cleanup with the 4th spot, Verdugo batting 5th, Trevor Story batting 6th, Frankie Cordero batting 7th, Christian Vasquez, the catcher, batting 8th, Jackie Bradley Jr. batting 9th for the Dash Sox. And we got a blooping base hit into left field. Martinez coming around third, and he's going to score. And the Boston Red Sox take a 1-0 lead over the White Sox here in the top of the first inning right now. So Red Sox strike first, man, on a base hit by Alex Verdugo. They take a 1-0 lead.
And this is a changeup. Verdugo gets it off the end of the bat. So this is
didn't really hit it hard.
It was fooled. It turns into gold. And
we are hearing the commentary of the White Sox. Welcome to Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago on the south side.
With 2 outs, he's going all the way, and Fabulous says, you know what? He's not going to be able to throw you out on this one, and he wasn't.
All right, so he gets a base hit, and right now Red Sox take a 1-0 lead.
And this is the situation that was when Story hit yesterday in the first.
All right, here's Trevor Story, number 6.
2 on, 2 out, and a 1-0
yeah, number 6 hit.
And
the pitch by Giolito, that's a ball.
Was a 3-run homer.
Giolito had came in, I think, with a 2-1 record with a 2.84 ERA. He's going up against Rich Hill, pitching for the Red Sox today. We'll look into his numbers after we look at the White Sox lineups headed to the bottom of the first, but right now we're at the top.
JD Martinez with 2 outs and nobody on, missed his spot 3 times.
First pitch was a slider at 86 miles an hour by Lucas Giolito.
The sequence wound up in right field. Didn't want to throw him away. He got it there.
Looks like time was called. So Red Sox have runners on first and second, top of the first inning. Battle of the Sox here on the Louis Sports Network. The commentators that you're hearing are, don't know who the play-by-play guy is, but I know that's Steve Stone talking right now.
3-2 pitch against Dylan Cease. It was a curveball.
That wasn't one of Dylan's better curveballs. It went out of the ballpark. It was kind of a roller instead of a breaking curveball.
And once again, salute to everybody in the chat as well. Trevor Story, first player in Red Sox history with 4 RBIs and 4 strikeouts in a ball game. In the same game? I've never heard a player go through that. All right, here's a pitch. Nice block. Nice block by the catcher. Let's look at some out-of-town scores. Cincinnati up 4-2 on Chicago, top of the 7th. Miami trailing Tampa Bay 5-3, top of the 7th. Yankees with a 2-0 lead on Baltimore, middle of the 5th inning. Head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 4th, Atlanta up 4-2 on Philly. Our game is underway right now, early first inning. 2 outs, Boston with a 1-0 lead.
That's always good.
Take that.
Here's the windup and the pitch. And does he lay off? He didn't go. So the count is now 3-1 on an 86-mile-an-hour slider to Trevor Story.
He didn't go.
No, he checked it up, and the ball looked like it was just a touch.
Wait a minute. Why hasn't the score updated? That's
No, he
weird.
didn't go.
Yep.
Surprised the score has not updated yet, but should, hopefully. Red Sox lead 1-0 right now, so I don't understand why the score has not updated, which is weird, but it is what it is. Shout out to Ryan in the building. Appreciate you as always. What's up? What's going on? All right. So we got a 3-2 count, full count. Runners are going to be going with 2 outs. Boston leads 1-0. 2 men on right now in the top of the first.
He has a low change. That one caught a piece of the plate.
Looks like a changeup on the inside part of the plate.
Slider. But in lieu of that, if you throw a fastball, throw it in. I prefer slider here.
Let's see if he goes with the slider. And the pitch went with it. And Trevor Story fouls it off. So still 3-2.
Hitter of changeups, although
so the Red Sox making Giolito work here in the top of the first.
You see the grip? He'll turn it over. And you see how far out in front Story was.
First guy since Kevin Millar to have 6 homers.
Yeah, I heard about KD, but I didn't hear him from him. I heard it from an article.
Season.
Here's the 3-2. Grounder. Tim Anderson throws it over to Abreu for the final out of the inning on the ground out. So the Red Sox get 1 run on 2 hits, 2 men left on base. Headed to the bottom of the first, it is the Red Sox 1 and the White Sox nothing, and the Chicago White Sox coming up to bat. So for the Chicago White Sox, let's look at their starting lineup who are going against Rich Hill of the Boston Red Sox. Tim Anderson, the shortstop, batting leadoff. We got Andrew Vaughn, the right fielder, batting second. Yohan Moncada, the third baseman, batting third. Jose Abreu, batting cleanup, playing first base, batting fourth. A.J. Pollock, the acquisition from the former Los Angeles Dodger, batting fifth. We got Jake Berger, the DH, is batting sixth. Adam Engel, the center fielder, is batting seventh. Reese McGuire, the catcher, is batting eighth. And Josh Harrison, former Washington National, playing second base for the White Sox, is batting ninth, and they're going up against Rich Hill, as we will do shortly. It's actually been a while since I've actually used this stream because I've been using another stream. I'm not going to mention the name, but these streams have actually been pretty good. There's another stream that I use, but I don't remember the name of it. I'll try to find it and try to make sure that I add it onto my list to where you guys can catch them. So, we'll see about that. I've heard about Golden State. But I hope the Warriors win the title so that KD doesn't go there. Because what's going to happen is if the Warriors don't win, it's going to be like they needed him again.
Pick up some dirt here in the first inning. Time for the Insure on the spot starting lineup.
Manager Tony La Russa.
Quote and save in just 2 minutes at Insure on the spot.
All right, guys, make sure to listen to the starting lineup for the White Sox.
Breaking stuff, and we see Andrew Vaughn a 500 slugging percentage against the breaking ball this year. Tim Anderson has hit basically everything very well this season.
And there is a look at Rich Hill, former product of Michigan University. On for his 8th start, his ERA a touch under 4. He throws a lot of curveballs.
Curveball, forcing fastball, slider, changeup, and cutter.
Curveball, 41% of the time. The four
not a hard thrower.
Then the slider and the changeup and cutter, not so much. He's not overwhelming. You pretty much have to wait back to try to hit him. He will throw you off-speed pitches.
Here's a windup in the pitch by Hill, and it's a strike to Tim Anderson, and the White Sox are underway batting here in the bottom of the first. I'm guessing due to rain concerns, this is probably why. Look at Anderson, 365, 405 on base percentage, slugging of over 600.
3% of baseball in
What a
terms
year.
of fastball velocity. That thing, as you saw, first pitch came in at 86.
Maybe you can get to 87 with a stiff breeze, but
So we got a quick 0-2 count by Rich Hill to Tim Anderson. Here's the windup in the pitch, swing and foul.
Third. And this at bat, Tim Anderson versus Rich Hill. We told you how well Tim hits the breaking ball. Rich Hill, curveball or four-seamer.
I don't want any more
Tim
narratives.
Anderson,
That's what I don't want.
left-handers, has done very well against the fastball. He's done very well against changeup.
Shout out to Nets World. Anderson, 45, 14 fastballs. I didn't get to read the rest of it. Here's the 0-2. Strike three. Anderson down looking for the first out of the inning, one away. So first strikeout for Rich Hill.
He got that one up at 89 miles an hour as he went inside, and he did carve off the
I know.
inside corner.
I got the Celtics winning game 5.
So I'm not exactly sure if Vasquez wanted it inside, but he got it there. And as you can see, it had a
I'm not streaming it because I'm not impressed with that series. That's why I'm not streaming it.
Stuck the landing, as they say in gymnastics. One down for Andrew Vaughn.
And the pitch is a strike.
18 years on Earth separate these two.
Clearly, the best game of the series was game 3
around seemingly
for me.
First year, 2002.
Here's the 0-1.
A couple years in the minors and
That's a ball.
Major League debut in 05, June 15th, 2005 against the Florida Marlins. Along with the Cubs. His battery mate that day, Michael Barrett.
Here's the 1-1. Foul ball, strike 2.
He stayed with the Cubs through the 2008 season before moving on to Baltimore. Then he was with Boston before. He was
The
there
Mavs and Warriors, I'll think about that one.
Then the Angels, then the Yankees. Then back to Boston again. Then Oakland. Then the Dodgers.
But that Heat Celtics
Minnesota
series,
and Tampa Bay.
it hasn't impressed me.
Take about an hour.
And the Yankees.
The
And now
Celtics
here
and
he
Bucks,
is
that was way
for
better.
the third time with the Red Sox.
He drops
And
down
the pitch?
there against Vaughn.
You know,
Here's a foul ball.
it's really odd because they pretty much tell you when you start pitching, if you're a right-hander, don't drop down sidearm to a left-hander as far as a breaking ball concerned. If you're a left-hander, don't drop down sidearm to a right-hand hitter. But I guess you stay around the league for 1,000 years.
Here's the 1-2.
Things like that.
Fouled
He gets
off.
to do whatever he wants.
At this
Andrew
point,
Vaughn fouls it off.
he's, as they say, he's there on borrowed money.
Yeah, but how about that? I mean, after his age 34 season, his ERA
So the age 34. Didn't Rich Hill pitch for the
Decided
Cubs?
to
I think he
lean
was a
much
former
more
Cubs
on the
pitcher.
curveball. It's a different curveball.
He's actually
than when
pitching
he
better
started.
after age 34.
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew
in the
Vaughn
air,
skies it over to right center field.
Kike Hernandez
Kike makes the play for the second out of the inning, 2 away.
Amazingly enough, when Rich Hill's first outing happened in 2005,
Who's
his
the
team was
Cubs?
down 10-0. This is a wide array of batters in the
Who's the
first
former Cub?
inning he threw. It was the top of the 6th against the Marlins. Luis Castillo, who's known for a very long hitting streak.
Shout out to Karam in the building.
The second batter he faced
Here's
was
Yohan
Miguel
Moncada,
Cabrera.
164, 207 on base, 291
How about
slugging.
that?
So having an off year.
Carlos
Pitch by Hill.
Delgado was third.
Inside, strike 1.
Mike Lowell, Paul Verdugo, and Juan Encarnacion was the sixth batter inning.
Damn, Paul LaDuca. I haven't heard that name in a while. Former Dodger, former Met. Good catcher.
It's a lot of
Good hitter,
that
too.
guy who just played there. Now that
Mm.
is 71.
Try to go with that
missed.
curveball, but just miss off
When
the
he
top
first
of
came
the
into
strike
league, I
zone for
remember
ball
him with the
1.
Cubs, and it was almost straight over the top, a very hard curveball.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to hit
Get
that
it
like
over
as you
the
guys
plate.
come in.
It was
Hit that
almost
like
like
button for the
casting.
Louis Sports
I think
Network.
that was the
Boston
big problem.
Red Sox against White Sox.
And then he decided
The
you know,
game
he
started
became
late
pretty
due to a
decent
delay.
relief specialist
I don't know
by
what happened. It
slamming
might have
out
been
the
due to rain because
curveball
it was
bunches,
supposed to be a
throwing it
thunderstorm.
low 3/4.
71 degrees tonight.
First
Hit over to the right side.
Bronchi Cordero sprinting to the bag and scrambling.
Nice
and
play
finally
by,
catching his feet. Got a little swirly around turn.
Frenchie
three there, but
Cordero.
got the job done.
Nice play. All right, so 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, nobody on base. So Rich Hill gets a 1-2-3 inning. So headed to the top of the second, it is a 1-0 Red Sox lead. So for the Boston Red Sox, we have Cordero, Vasquez, and Bradley. 7, 8, 9 for the Boston Red Sox here in the top of the second. Red Sox coming in 2 games under 500. They are 20-22. They're 10-12 away from Fenway Park, which means they have a 10-10 record. They're at 500 at home, while the White Sox are 12-10 on the road, and they're 2 games under 500 at home here in Guaranteed Rate Field. Right now, who leads the division in the Central are the Twins currently right now. I think they're 27-17. They did play the Tigers earlier, I think. Don't know who won that one. I'm going to have to check the scores on that. Let's take a look up top. Actually, no, they lost to Detroit 4-2 today in 10 innings. So Detroit won an extra. Why does it still say top of the first? Should not. All right, let me reload this. Who's winning game 5 right now between the Heat and the Celtics? I want to see this right now. The game is supposed to be Celtics are up 14-10 in Miami. How nice. I'm telling you right now, it won't even be. There we go. Top of the second, we got our stuff updated. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Karam says, do you hate the Red Sox? Of course I do. As a Yankee fan,
so the orange eye.
I could tell because Gene Honda.
It probably didn't. It didn't update.
Wearing his
yeah, I don't know what's going on. ESPN's not updating the scores.
Very orange.
Here's Franchi Cordero. Starts off with a bunt. Giolito fields it, throws it over the first to Abreu, and he is out.
Let's tell you about some news and notes from around Major League Baseball. A lot of early games today. Jock Peters.
What's up with those jerseys by the Giants?
2 games against the Mets, and the Mets have lost back-to-back games for the first time this year because of
the Red Sox. I don't like them as a rivalry.
The Tigers beat the Twins. They beat them again because you mentioned it earlier.
Wait a minute.
They beat them in 10 innings today.
Does it count twice?
The Twins have won 6 in a row.
You talk about it?
I think so.
A little wisdom goes a long way.
Patrick Wisdom, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs in the last 5 games.
We're going to see him, by the way, this weekend.
I feel like he's done that. He did
Yeah,
that.
that app, I don't know what it is. It's been trash. Here's Christian Vasquez.
Yeah, we'll see him.
We got a ball by Giolito.
Here at Guaranteed Rate Field.
As these 2 Chicago teams will round out their season series.
Just rounding out the series.
That's it.
Christian Vasquez after the bunt.
Here's the windup in the pitch by Giolito. That's a ball.
Fastball down and away, 2-0 on
2-0.
Vasquez.
And actually, with Lucas throwing a whole lot of pitches at the first inning, you welcome that first pitch bunt, especially when it's right back to you by Cordero. So Lucas is very happy about that. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Giolito getting set, 2-0 count, top of the second inning. Make sure to hit the like button. I apologize to Brewers and Padres fans. And the pitch. Inside, ball 3.
Change up 3-0, and you'll take any fast out tonight because there is still some.
That's what says I have the app, and the only thing I really check is NBA, NHL, and fantasy leagues on there. That's it.
You'd rather get through 5 with a lead.
Yeah, the only reason I'm doing this is because I got the scoreboard and I connected through OBS from the actual website of ESPN, but for some reason it's been slow. Here's the pitch, ball 4, and Christian Vasquez draws a walk.
And miss. And here's the last 13
walk number 2 in the game.
Since we last saw the Red Sox, the offense
Red Sox 10-3 in their last 13 games, 7 runs per game, 23 home runs total, slugging percentage of .534, hitting .348 with batting and scoring position. The bullpen has been really good. The starters have not been great. ERA almost 5, but the bullpen's been pitching really good.
Runs a game, it's going to protect your starters.
They've actually had the best record since May 10th over that span.
It will indeed.
Jackie
Bradley Jr. and the pitch. Ball.
High and tight with a fastball, and he does the limbo rock.
Jackie Bradley, 213,
after a season away,
278 on base percentage, 336 slugging.
Games with Milwaukee last year, back to Boston, where he says he feels very much like home, and he never left.
Here's the windup in the pitch. Strike.
Bradley really is an outstanding center fielder. Probably overall a better center fielder than Hernandez. But in Boston, right field is the toughest. And that's the reason why they put the better outfielder in right field, not only contours of the field, but a tremendous amount of ground to cover.
Right. Here's a pitch. Fouled off, 1-2.
That corner where the ball sort of sticks there and just rims around, it can make
right field is the hardest to play in Fenway.
That's tough. The pesky pole comes
left field is easier because of the green monster, especially if it hits off the wall.
Room in right center field.
It's not easy, but it's easier to play the right field.
You essentially have a second center fielder out there as the wind started to kick up in a major way.
Pitch.
This is flared towards
Jam. In between third and left.
Vasquez
And it
thought
dunks in
about
for a base
third.
hit.
McGuire was there along with TA, and it's a base hit for
So
Bradley.
Bradley gets
One
himself a
out.
base hit. Just out of the reach of Moncada.
This is pretty frustrating because he makes another good pitch. This is two left-hand hitters that didn't get much of it, but got enough to take it into left field. Well, kind of just barely misses that, then gets rid of the ball quickly. McGuire does a nice job because what you're taught is you go to the unoccupied base. With Moncada going out there and Tim, a late arrival, you have to go to third base. That's what he did, and Ethan Katz now comes out.
Vasquez had the pedal down. He was going to go to third if nobody joined him there.
So now the pitching coach is there.
Yeah, Tim was there as well. Your 2022 Chicago White Sox presented by Guaranteed Rate. Did you know there's an easy way to consolidate your high-interest debt?
I did.
Then stop listening. Okay, but don't do that. Visit rate.com today and to catch all the
All right,
action.
so we got runners on first and second. Pitching coach just came to talk to Lucas Giolito. And we're back at the top of the lineup. So Kike Hernandez is batting with runners on first and second with nobody out. And here in the top of the second.
We have the rosin bag mic.
That's not. People are going to think you're serious when you say things like that.
No, we don't have it really. But I have a feeling
I mean,
talking to him about
any White Sox fans can tell me how guaranteed rate field is.
And then finding yourself.
Here's Kike 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And the pitch. Nice pitch on the slider. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Job is that for a pitching coach, though?
I think you go out there and you mentioned a couple things. Number one,
Giolito's at 37 pitches.
A bit harder on that first pitch because Lucas has been falling.
Hopefully he can get himself out of this inning. A double play would definitely help.
That usually isn't him. When he's at the top of his game, he's not going to be doing that.
A strikeout.
So that's one of the things you put into his
or at least a quick out to where the runners don't advance.
Concentrate on the first pitch.
Here's the 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? They call a strike. I guess it hit the zone.
2. Hernandez asking, was that a strike?
I think the more Lucas stays in there, the more times he's going to get that pitch. It's not on the plate.
No.
It's just barely off the plate. But if you stay around there and consistently throw it there, you start to get the calls.
Here's the 0-2. Ball.
No hitter wants to hear you say that.
No, but, that's kind of the way it is. If you throw one high and tight,
we don't understand.
Then you throw one.
You want the advantage if you're a pitcher. You pitch around that zone, you're going to get the call. It also depends on how the umpire's calling the game. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
He had to swing at that slider for sure.
Strike 3.
2 down.
As Kike Hernandez is down on strikes.
Well, he stayed there most of the at-bat. And this one, a perfect pitch. We're talking about you're ahead of the
second out of the inning, 2 away.
Just off the corner. You pretty much force him to swing at that pitch. You see he pulls out with the left side. When you pull out with the left side, you're not going to get any coverage away.
It's going to bring up Rafael Devers. Struck out in the first inning.
Devers, who's had another marvelous season for Boston. Alex Cora just raves about Rafael Devers. Loves the way he plays. Loves the way he comes to the ballpark every day.
Devers is a good player. Good hitter. Here's the pitch. Up and in. Ball 1.
Will tell you, you're going to have days when you're real good and days when you're not so good. But if you show him that you're going to leave it out on the field, that's all a manager can ask. And Rafael Devers has done that.
Now look at the cat drugged in. It's Alex Cora. 2 men on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1 strike on Devers.
It's back to that inside part of the plate, and so far he's not covering that pitch.
So Giolito's already had drama early
Jackie Bradley
in this game.
Stopping first base.
About to throw his 43rd pitch of the ballgame already. Here's the pitch. And Devers hits it to right center field. The ball's carrying, going back, but Engel is there to make the play at the wall for the final out of the inning. But the Red Sox get 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 men left on base. Headed to the bottom of the second inning as Giolito gets out of a jam. It is Red Sox 1 and the White Sox nothing. And I saw Jose Abreu is coming up the bat. So we got the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the White Sox. Excuse me, that will be Jose Abreu, H.A. Pollock, and Jake Berger. Excuse me. Abreu's hitting .225 on the season. AJ Pollock is hitting 237, and Jake Berger's hitting 233. So Tim Anderson and Andrew Vaughn have been the best hitters for the White Sox. They're the best hitters for the White Sox in the lineup today. I wonder how much is what's this guy's name? Luis. I forgot his name now, but whatever his name is, I just know that he's hitting well. Hopefully, he's hitting well. All right, so let me go to basketball. Let's go to the NBA. Thought I was going to go to home, but so Miami's up 19-17 on the Boston Celtics. Bam Adebayo. I don't know what you're showing there. By the way, also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out my community post, because I got a little bit of
his last
NBA throwback.
10 hits, 2 homers. We were talking about in Kansas City. You start to see him take pitches, and you start to see him, as you mentioned yesterday, go to right field.
As it pertains to NBA history.
After that, look out.
Yeah, I think this is a real good setup for him to hit the ball out of the park.
All right, here's Rich Hill to Jose Abreu. He throws a strike with the curveball, strike one.
I do.
I like when you say that.
Yeah. We'll have to see. He took first pitch curveball again. Most guys don't want to swing it the first pitch if it's bending, and that one did.
Fastball, 0-2.
So quick fastball inside. No balls and 2 strikes to Jose Abreu.
Hill has this demeanor about him on the mound that it's sort of like he's in a hammock and he's also pitching at the same time. It all just looks very simple for him.
Here's the 0-2. I see that he works quick.
1-2.
That ball was a little bit high.
When he tries to get a little something extra on that fastball.
He has been known to every once in a while when he doesn't like a pitch to say something to himself, suggesting that maybe he doesn't like it. Now,
and here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball.
Well, it was just out of the zone. I think he might have fooled him with the velocity on that, but it was not a strike. Then he tries to drop down sidearm once again, and Jose would have none of it.
2-2 for Rich.
All right, here's the 2-2.
There's another breaking ball.
That's fouled away.
So far, I'm taking a look at Rich Hill where he sets up. He's on the extreme third base side of the rubber. Apparently, he feels he can get that curveball inside to the right-handers a little bit better from there. As you can see, he has dug out the spot.
Barely on the rubber.
Wind up in the pitch.
Yeah.
Grounder.
Unless there's
Fielded by Bogarts.
Slab that we couldn't see there.
Throws it over to Cordero for the second. For the
either, unless it's buried there. Watch again.
Is that the first out?
Yeah, I don't think he is. Maybe.
Well, that's something that they might want to check out. Maybe that is just.
Yeah, okay. So it is underfoot, but it's.
Well,
what do you think?
I don't know.
One away.
Can't really tell. Now, when I said the extreme third base side,
Here's
I
AJ
didn't mean
Pollock,
actually close to
left
third
fielder,
base.
237, 269 on base, 371 slugging percentage. And the pitch. And the ball is hit. Fielded by Over Devers. Fields it over to first to Cordero for the second out of the inning. 2 away.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois has teamed up with the White Sox to move 4 lucky fans closer to the action every Tuesday night as part of the family of the game experience. Don't forget to bring your Blue Cross Blue Shield card for your chance to win. Blue Cross, your biggest fan, standing
Yeah, now it's going to bring up Adam Engel.
It did look like there was a little something under his foot, but that would be a very long slab there.
Yeah.
Should we get the NBC5 Investigates team on this?
All right, so we have a strike.
Just go running out and see what they can excavate.
I'm sorry. It's Jake Berger who's at the plate. I forgot he bet.
See, Rich Hill, when he throws a pitch that he doesn't like, every once in a while he will suggest how much, like Liam Hendricks does, they both love hockey. And the implement you use.
Well, the interesting thing is that Liam is a little more high-strung than Rich
Here's
Hill.
the 1-1. Fouled off by Berger, strike 2.
Just a little bit.
1-2 for Jake Berger in his first start back up from AAA.
Berger, 233, 269 on base, 342 slugging, 2 homers, 7
There are
RBIs.
not a lot of guys in AAA like Rich Hill right about now.
I wouldn't think so.
And the pitch?
Well,
Off
actually,
the
there
plate.
might be, but they're usually the managers or the coaches.
That's right. Two and two.
Here's the 2-2. And it's going to be Sky.
Right. Jackie Bradley
Jr. fields it and makes the play.
That's 6 up, 6 down for Rich Hill.
All right. No runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down for Rich Hill here in the top of the second. It is a Red Sox 1-0 lead in favor of Boston. All right, let's see what we update. Let me see what we have to update. Where is? Why is it still showing the top of the second? I don't get it. I might have to find a better scoreboard. All right. We now have J.D. Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, Alex Verdugo. 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for the Boston Red Sox in the top of the third. Let's look at the White Sox defense. We got A.J. Pollock at left, Adam Engel at center, Andrew Vaughn at right. We got Yohan Moncada at third, Tim Anderson at short, Josh Harrison at second, and Jose Abreu at first. Reese McGuire is doing the catching for the Chicago White Sox. Once again, I want to give a shout-out, salute to everybody in the chat, White Sox fans and Red Sox fans watching all around for the Louis Sports Network. Definitely appreciate for those taking the time to be able to watch, and hopefully we can get more people in here as the game progresses. Right now, we're in the top of the third. Red Sox are up 1-0 for those who want to know the score. You can listen to the commentary. It is by NBC Sports Chicago. And I don't know who the play-by-play guy is for the White Sox, but I know that that's Steve Stone, who does the color commentary with whoever is broadcasting the White Sox game for the White Sox. But for those who are familiar with Steve Stone, and I've heard Steve Stone so much over the years.
Good sponsor.
Well, you had the dog there.
I know he pitched for the White Sox. I know he pitched for the Cubs, and I know he pitched for the Orioles.
That's 4 shots now. That's a new record for the Auto Today fan cam. We're up to 5.
I know it's really a bonanza.
6, 7. Nice beard. 8. Wow.
How about that?
The jackpot.
Lucas Giolito back on the mound for the top of the third inning for the Chicago White Sox. Here's J.D. Martinez. Here's the windup in the pitch, and the ball is going to be low for ball 1. Martinez had a single in his first time at bat, 370 batting average, 412 on base, 600 slugging percentage for J.D.
Mammoth year so far for the 34-year-old for the Red Sox.
When Houston decided that they would allow him to move elsewhere, and he wound up in Detroit.
2-0 count to J.D. Martinez.
They didn't know that in that offseason he had completely
is the last major league player to hit 4 home runs in a game.
Because he wasn't that damaging a hitter.
He hit it 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Hold on, 5 years ago with the Diamond against the Diamondbacks.
Like a different guy.
Here's the windup in the pitch, and that ball is low, 3-0.
20th round pick out of Nova Southeastern down in Florida, and he's the perfect example of nose to the grindstone, learn the art of hitting, and internal drive to get better. These two guys are kind of the same deal. I know Lucas was a first-round pick, but he had really hard times when he came up to the major leagues. They are, in a lot of ways,
here's the pitch,
self-made and
strike.
self-developed. at least self-motivated.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Maxwell says JT is struggling. I'm not surprised.
He was drafted.
Tatum has been too
Washington,
inconsistent in this
he
series.
was destined for arm surgery, but
Too
that's how much
inconsistent.
promise he had. Drafted in the first round, knowing that in the not too distant future.
Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, full count.
3-2 to Martinez. He went away from the fastball on 3-1.
Not a whole lot of guys can completely rework their stroke, go from a non-factor offensively to become one of the league's best, and J.D. Martinez has been able to do that. It's really an impressive story, and he works long and hard on every aspect of his stroke.
All right, here's the windup and the pitch on the 3-2. That's a ball, and he will draw a walk.
For Boston.
So JD draws a walk to start off the top of the third.
Xander Bogaerts so bad.
Xander Bogaerts at the plate.
We've asked around to our weather
Who
friend.
walked his first time
Yes.
up. Another good hitter, 323, 389 on base percentage. I believe it was 4-something in terms of the
At least for the
slugging.
time being, and we may have time
And the
to
pitch.
get some
Strike
bullpen
presented
innings.
by Hyundai scoreboard.
Well, it's certainly
Strike one.
clear here.
We always try to be clear up in the booth.
Let me know, will you, so I can shut the windows?
I will, but if we close it, please make sure to watch your fingers.
I will do my best.
Here's the pitch. And the ball is going to be slammed. It's going to shoot, and it's going to dunk in for a base hit. And Martinez will stop at second.
This is not thunderous contact tonight for Boston.
No, unfortunately, when you have a hot-hitting team, every time they put the bat on the ball, it finds a safe place.
And the
to
thing
land.
is, the Red Sox are not hitting
That's
Giolito
the
hard.
case.
It's just the ball is finding a
This is a
spot
changeup.
on the outfield.
Bogaerts doesn't hit it very well. He just puts the bat on the ball, and no chance at all for Andrew Vaughn.
I mean, Giolito is struggling in terms of his command, but still, all three hits, they haven't hit. He's had a couple of walks to combat that. Verdugo hitting 219, but he is 1 for 1. Drove in the RBI. Here's the pitch. Verdugo, first pitch swings deep to left field, and Pollock is there to field it for the first out. As Martinez goes back, and so does Bogaerts. So one away on the first pitch.
Story on 3-2 grounded out. Here's how Lucas attacked it.
He missed with a slider to start with, and then went after him with an inside fastball. Good spot for him.
So they're just showing the pitch
Slider,
sequence
nice block by
that
McGuire.
Giolito threw to
Then
Trevor
just
Story in his
barely missed
timeout.
with a breaking ball before the high change, and another change followed by a fastball that he hit awfully hard, but he hit it right.
Did you
in
see
the
Giolito
hand.
react?
Bogaerts,
Yo,
nice job.
The way he
Tried to
reacted, you would have
shield
thought that
it.
he allowed a
Tried
base
to make
hit.
sure Tim
but
couldn't
it was
see
a
it very
ground
well.
out.
Tim stayed with it and made the play.
So Trevor Story grounded out in the first inning.
Of 7 pitches. We'll see how Lucas.
That was when the Red Sox had 2 men on. Here's a pitch to Trevor Story,
It's a fastball low.
and fastball is down low for ball 1.
How would you sequence this?
Well, now he's fallen behind, so now it's a whole different story again. You got a red-hot hitter and a guy who's been trying to pull everything. I would try to stay away with the slider and get him to roll over to the left side if you can.
Throw it away. Slider. Foul, 1-1.
Lucas went with a straight change, and it was out of the strike zone, but he had Story committed. He was swinging at the motion, not necessarily the baseball.
The count is now 1-1. Top of the third inning. 2 men on base for the Red Sox. 1 out. Trevor Story at the plate. Giolito trying to get himself out of another jam already here in the top of the third. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
That's the pitch that I think is really effective against Story. If you're trying to pull everything, you're going to open up with that front side, which he did there. And because every home run that I've seen him hit, not every home run he's hit, but everything I've seen, he's been trying to pull it.
Be sure to hit the like button.
1-2.
Here's a pitch. Fouled off.
On the ground to third. That is a fair baseball.
Fair ball.
And the throw gets 2.
Wow, they got him.
Moncada
Wow, so they got a double play.
Flipped it across and a double play.
He was able to catch
What you're
it.
trying to do, you get him
Wow,
to
heck
pull
of a
the
double
slider,
play to
he
get out of the
grounds
inning.
to the left side.
So we got
Gets
no
the 2 out of
runs.
the inning.
One hit.
Nice play by Yohan.
Yohan
Juggles it slightly and gets
Mancata with the play. Steps on third. Throws over to first for the unassisted. For the unassisted 5-3, 6-3 double play. All right. So, like I said, the Red Sox get no runs, one hit because of the double play. Nobody left on base. Headed to the bottom of the third inning. It is a 1-0 Red Sox lead. Why is it still showing top of the second? Oh, my God. ESPN, you're killing me, bro. You guys are killing me. And that's with me clicking it off, too. That's the crazy part. Oh, well. That's crazy. I have to give myself a little bit of a smoothie eating here with a salad. So trying to just have healthy vibes out here, you know what I'm saying? Once again, guys, hope you like the thumbnail in the background. I thought it was pretty cool what Clutch Points did. Decided to take a couple of the players and make sure that they blend in with it. What's his name? I think that's Luis Morte. I know his first name is Luis, but I think the last name is Morte. Or Marte.
Presented by Nationwide Agents.
He's not playing today. I guess he has a day off.
Get to enjoy knowing the VOOC as much as you do the jingle
it's
at
either one of the two.
JeffVOOC.com. Because Nationwide is on your side.
Wow, they actually really
strong. I mean, middle game.
Here's Rich Hill and the pitch.
Right
strike.
Well, I think the dampness kind of helps the warmth of the voice.
Yeah, we're starting off with Adam Engel, the center fielder. 223 average, 284 on base, 340 slugging, 1 homer, 5 RBIs on the season. Here's the windup by Rich Hill and the pitch. Quickly, strike 2.
How that would go. I'll have the tuna sandwich, please.
Feel it. And don't put too much mayo on it.
0-2 for
No balls,
Engel.
2 strikes. Here's the windup in the pitch. And the ball is skied over on the first base side. Cordero is there. Franchi Cordero makes the play for the first out of the inning, went away.
Before McGuire comes up, join us for the summer T-shirt series tomorrow. It's the Sox and Red Sox.
Oh, that's a dope T-shirt.
10,000 fans get a White Sox T-shirt designed by Chuck Stiles.
What shirt is it?
Scan the QR code or go to
Which player is that? Let me see. It looks like that's Tim Anderson. Yo, that White Sox shirt is fire.
A quarter of Reese McGuire's plate appearances this year have lasted exactly 1 pitch. That's number 1 in Major League Baseball for anybody with just about 60 plate appearances.
All right. And the pitch is going to be a ball.
Sidearm breaking ball that Hill thought was a strike.
And that's Reese McGuire, the catcher. 194, 233 on base, 224 slugging, no homer, 6 RBIs. And the pitch by Rich Hill. That's a ball.
68.
So the count is now 2-0.
He dropped off a mile an hour.
And the pitch. Strike.
Buzzed it to 83.
Well, the interesting thing is when you face all right-handers, you get the release point, and you're kind of honed in on it. Then you face your first left-hander, and you don't have that pinpoint release point because you're looking at a guy on the other side. And so he's falling behind, and sometimes you wind up walking a guy that you normally wouldn't.
All right, so now we got a 3-1 count.
Three and one.
Here's the windup in the pitch.
Drops down
Ball
again,
4.
and he misses. Ball 4. First Sox
Reese
base runner
McGuire
tonight.
draws a walk.
Join Chuck Garfien and company on the White Sox Talk podcast. Get the best.
So runner on first with 1 out.
And stories that go beyond the diamond. Catch new episodes throughout the week at NBC Sports.
And now that's going to bring up the second baseman, Josh Harrison.
And that Sox walk presented by Feldco.
They were waiting for that walk.
In the pitch.
Josh Harris
Grounder. Fielded. Bogarts over the second. Throw to first. Double play. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning.
Base runner gets wiped out.
So no runs, no hits, one walk. Because of the double play, nobody left on base. Through 3, headed to the top of the 4th. My man Bogarts on one knee almost at the split. Trevor Story makes the play. The Red Sox lead 1-0 as we head over to the top of the 4th. 1 run, 4 hits for the Red Sox. Chicago hitless through three innings right now. So 3 scoreless, 3 hitless innings right now for Rich Hill. As we head over the top of the 4th. It's funny how they updated here, but the problem is that they can't update this up here. Like, what's the deal with that? I don't know. Something's up with the scoreboard. Let me see if I can get something here. Let's click on one and see if I can get this the way that I expected. Let's see if I want to change the scoreboard now because this one isn't cutting it right now. Let's see what we got. Let's see. See if I can lower this.
If Kaminsky and I will just get ready for the pasta party we're having later this week. Now we've done, is it lunch? We've done, is it raining? We've done what's in the bucket. Next question, does it bobble? Elon says yes. Back to you guys with Sox math. Go Sox.
Oh, does it bobble? I like that.
Not a bad idea. But first, the pitch.
Giolito back up. Here's the pitch.
You didn't want to do play-by-play.
That's a strike. Strike 1.
Strike 1. Here's your Sox math question. Difference between the 2 Sox catchers' jersey numbers multiplied by Lopez's jersey number plus Jose Ruiz's jersey number minus Bennett Sousa's jersey number. Have fun. You might get to the video and create your own game tomorrow. Evidently, we're creating our own game on Sox math videos now.
So we quickly have an 0-2 count.
Yep. 4th inning brought to you by the Village of Bedford Park. And now the pitch. I learned from the best.
Thank you.
Swing and a miss.
Blitzed him with a fastball. That was very quick.
Cordero out on strikes. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Some of these Red Sox hitters are going up there looking changeup, especially the left-hander. You can't be that late on a fastball unless you're looking for an off-speed pitch. Cordero went up there. You can see how late he pulls the trigger. He's actually swinging when that ball's in McGuire's glove.
Foul line drive from Vasquez, 0-1. First strike he's seen today was a 4-pitch walk. Back in the 2nd inning for Vasquez.
Let's see. So we got an 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Ball.
The Red Sox didn't go 1-2-3 last night until the 6th inning. Vince Velasquez came out of the bullpen and shut down this offense.
So now we got a 2-1 count over to Christian Vasquez.
1-2-3.
Yeah, I think for the first time out of the bullpen this year, that was pretty impressive. serving notice that he can eat up multiple innings. I mean, he was starting pitcher all year, so he played the ball very well last night.
3 balls and a strike, missing with a fastball again. He was trying to recollect himself.
Here's the 3-1.
Line foul again.
Wow, fouled away.
Zip Vasquez out in front of a couple of off-speed pitches. One a slider and that one a straight change, and he couldn't keep either between the lines.
Does it bobble? Yes. 3-2. He shook off twice. And then Lucas misses upstairs. Ball 4. Time now for a message from Powering Chicago.
Do you have electrical work you need done at your home or business? Visit poweringchicago.com and click the Find a Contractor button.
All right, so Vasquez draws a walk.
Done the right way every time. Powering Chicago. IBEW Local 134, Nika, Chicago.
He's Steve Stone. I'm Jason Benetti, and we are glad to have you along for White Sox baseball. Once again tonight on a Wednesday evening here at Great Field. Sox are down 1-0.
Here's Jackie Bradley Jr.
Happenings in Tampa Bay right now. The Marlins were down 5-3 going into the 9th. Tampa Bay has committed 2 errors and given up a run. 5-4 with 2 out and 2 on.
Here's the one up in the pitch. That's a strike.
There's a strike.
1-1.
That was a break. I think Bradley is unhappy, and I think he's got a complaint here. This one is up and out of the strike zone just barely. Nice job by Reese of making it look lower than it was.
First. The Guardians and Astros are playing a whale of a pitcher's duel right now. Cal Quantrill on the hill for Cleveland and Christian Javier for Houston, and they're scoreless through 4.5.
Pitch. Got the ball.
That was pretty close. This one could have gone either way. Might have drifted just off the zone, or had just the slightest part of it.
Baseball karma probably says 2-1 should be the count.
Yeah.
Cosmically.
2-1 and the pitch.
Foul. First base
Foul.
side, 2-2.
Count is even now at
Here's your
2-2.
Sox math winner, and it's a repeat winner. Babs Atron 20, or Babs Atronics 3 between Rondon's 24 and McGuire's 21 times 40 plus 66 minus 67. 119 is your answer. The Sox math today, a very close race. And Babs is your winner. Vasquez at first, 2-2 on Bradley.
He did.
Ooh,
Oh, he said no.
Said no.
He said no.
Looked to me like he went clearly around, but Alan Porter didn't see it that way. We'll look at it from the side. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
3-2. Call strike.
Strike 3.
That at bat was all over the place for everybody. It was a wooden roller coaster.
Well, I would think the one thing is
So Jackie Bradley out on strikes.
if Ryan Wills calls one of them up there for a strike, you got to figure he's going to call the second one up there. Bradley thought he had the walk. Lucas thought he struck out a couple of different times. That one, like the last change, was up and out of the zone.
And remember, to be fair, that strike zone box is an approximation of the last 100 at-bats for each player.
Yeah, sometimes he looks a little smaller.
I knew you weren't going to play that straight, and I appreciate that I knew it.
Well, sometimes, you stand up taller. Every 100th at bat.
Okay. This continues to be helpful to the audience. 1-0 is fouled. Back to your right. Don't make fun of that box.
Oh, I know.
The ball's going to find you.
So we got a foul.
That was not far off.
Nope, that was just down and to the right.
1-1.
Actually had a better shot at Gene Honda. It was seeking a hot orange top.
That was a gene-seeking baseball?
That's what it was.
Okay.
Here's the 1-1. 2-1.
That's away. A fastball. 2-1 on Hernandez, who must feel underworked today with just 3 at-bats in 4 innings tonight.
It was a busy night for him.
He hit in each of the first 5 innings yesterday.
That in itself is remarkable.
Top of the 4th, 1-0 Boston Red Sox guaranteed right field with a runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and before that, he snapped it over to Verdugo at first.
Two and one.
2-1.
Wave and a miss. That was filthy.
Even at
That
2 and
was a
2.
very good slider. Looked like a fastball for a long time before disappearing out of the zone. You see this ball just diving straight down. That's really the difference in, the last maybe 15 years of sliders, because they used to just slide across with maybe a little bit of depth, and now a lot of them are showing you good 4 or 5 inches of depth.
2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and the ball is hit over the head into center field for a base hit. And Vasquez has to go back to second, and Hernandez gets himself a hit.
Made him look very bad on a slider, then went to a fastball. And even though the fastball is upstairs, exactly where McGuire wanted it, exactly where Lucas wanted to throw it, Hernandez was able to get up on top of it. And you don't find a lot of guys able to hit line drives on a ball that high.
That very well could be one of the highest baseballs to be hit for a hit in baseball this year.
Shout out to Kobe fan, hit the light. Pitch to Devers is foul.
Souvenir incoming.
Lucas is going to have to be careful on a straight change to Devers this at bat. The reason being, he struck him out on a real good one the first time up. To end the second inning, he threw him another straight change, and Devers caught it off the end of the bat, but almost hit it out of the
Kobe fan says go
ballpark.
White Sox.
So if he's going to throw a straight change to try to wipe him out, it best be off the plate away.
Also says, I ain't rooting for no damn Boston team.
He got in on
All right, Devers pops it up in the infield. With 3 collisions, and who's got it? Oh, Tim Anderson makes the play. So the Red Sox don't get a run. They get a hit, and 2 men once again for the 4th straight inning on base. Headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 1-0 Boston Red Sox lead.
Of the entire infield.
so many Sox.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime in Miami. Miami with a 5-point lead. They lead 42-37 over the Boston Celtics. That series is tied at 2 games apiece as we are in Miami for Game 5. Wow, it's still showing the top of the second scoreboard. This is unbelievable. Wow. Just have to go back to this tracker. I don't know what's up. I can barely see that. I don't even know where that thing is at. Just go back to this one. I can't even see it now. Karam says, blame, yeah, Dodgers are doing good. What is going on? Let me see. I got it. Let's remove. Remove. And then let's add it.
Thanks, guys. On the latest edition of the White Sox Talk podcast, I sit down with Yasmani Grandal, talk about his struggles at the plate, confronting Josh Donaldson in New York, and the addition of Donnie Cueto, who was seen running the stairs in the upper deck of Guaranteed Rate Field the other day to stage.
Got a little college football vibe there, running the stairs in the stadium.
I frequently try that.
You do?
Yeah, I don't do it. I just frequently try it.
That's fantastic. If you get here early enough, you can see Steve in a dry fit shirt.
Karam says the app of the website is behind some of the time. JJ is the best thing about ESPN.
Yes.
Second time through the order.
Already been giving
Should be
some,
the charm
some
again.
interesting hot
You feel
takes.
good about it?
Yep. Tim Anderson
Well,
back in the
he throws a
Back
lot
at the
of
top of the
different
lineup.
angles,
We
and
go
a
for
lot
the
of
White
different
Sox. 1,
pitches.
2,
Tries
3.
to sneak ahead with fastball.
Here's the pitch by Hill. Anderson slaps a foul. Strike
right
one.
side.
He got his fastball and hit it hard. Unfortunately, could not keep it between the lines.
We only threw 35 pitches through 3 in the first time through the order.
Well, as we know, our version of the Sox are not very patient hitters.
Here's 0-1.
Right field.
Anderson hits it to right. Jackie Bradley's there to make the play for the first out of the inning, 1 away.
Spend your summer at the ballpark.
As Anderson is 0 for 2.
Bleachers and rows get 1 ticket and 2 beers starting at $27. You got to be 21 and over with a valid ID. Scan the QR code on the screen to purchase.
One of the reasons that our Sox are now 5 games out of first place is that they haven't been able to take advantage of the home field. Right here at Guaranteed Rate, they're 2 games under 500. That's kind of unusual, and one of the reasons is that this is a ballpark that really rewards power. And this year, our guys have been out-homered at home so far, 25-20. And that's a trend that can't continue. I mean, we saw in the ball game last night, Sox hit 1 home run, the Red Sox hit 4. And that's something that in this ballpark, you got to have.
All right, so we got a 1-1 count.
Believe they have it.
Here's the one that been the pitch to Vaughn. Vaughn grounds it, fielded over the Bogarts, throws it over the first to Cordero for the second out of the inning, 2 away.
It was ball 1. And Christian Vasquez, considering what we saw last half inning, watch his reaction. It's just above the strike zone box that we have on the screen. Vasquez catches it and then freezes and then shook his head later at Wills behind the plate, in part because he's defending himself and his own guys after the top of the inning.
But there's one factor with Reese McGuire. When he caught those high pitches, he kind of came down with his wrist.
Here's Yohan Moncado. Swing and a miss, strike
catcher
1.
who can buy you some strikes is going to move his wrist. What Vasquez did, as if to show, he moved the whole glove down. And no umpire is going to buy that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the difference in receiving the baseball.
You know, I bring it up in part because every night these finely tuned batters are trying to figure out exactly what version of the strike zone they're going to see. And that's not a knock on umpires. Every umpire is an individual human being. And you see that process happen. It's very interesting to watch as the game goes on.
All right, here's a pitch and the ball grounder. Ooh, past the diving Devers. Bogarts fields it over to Cordero for the final out of the inning on Moncado.
He keeps the no-hitter intact for Rich Hill. How about this play?
All right, so no runs, no hits. 1, 2, 3 inning for Rich Hill through 4. White Sox without a hit as the Red Sox still with a 1-0 lead as we head over to the top of the 5th inning. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to share the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Red Sox against the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field. Let's look at the lineup for the White Sox. For the Red Sox, who is going to hit in this inning? We have. It looks like it's going to be. Who was the last hitter? I think it was Devers. So if it was Devers, it should be J.D. Martinez, Bogarts, and Verdugo. So the heart of the order is coming up next in the top of the fifth against Lucas Giolito. All right, so the scoreboard is updated somewhat. Let me just try to update it from my OBS. So let me just click on browser. And let's refresh the page. Perfect. It's the end of the fourth. And then once it updates to the top of the fifth, we'll be able to work our way back up on that on the back end because I don't know what's going on there, but didn't expect to have this much trouble. All right, Atlanta up 7-4 on the Phillies, bottom of the sixth inning with 2 outs. Yankees headed to the bottom of the eighth with a 2-0 lead on the Baltimore
Lucas
Orioles.
would love to have an easy inning because he hasn't had one yet. There hasn't even been a semblance of a 1-2-3 inning. Now, he got out to the third with a double play. But each and every inning, he's had a lot of traffic, which means every one of the pitches he's made under duress. That tires you more than coasting along and doing what Rich Hill is doing, just throwing all strikes and getting just about everybody out. So as you can see with Lucas, he's about ready to deliver his 79th pitch, and they have not been easy pitches to make.
Here's Giolito. And the pitch to Martinez. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Start that top of the fifth.
Who is 1 for 1 in the game with a walk and a single.
Walk and a single. 416 on base percentage, 500, 600 slugging, 5 homers, 21 RBIs.
Liam Hendricks.
Well, you're not going to see, and that's what you're seeing. What you mentioned there is the winning bullpen. That's when you're ahead. When you're tied late, those are the guys you're going to see.
Here's the 0-1. Ball.
I figure Aaron Bummer will be a part of that when he's back and healthy. We saw him throw that ninth yesterday.
Yeah, and Matt Foster was in the ball game, but Matt Foster is one of the guys that has taken a lot of high leverage situations this year.
Here's the 1-1. And the ball is grounded over the third. Moncado throws it over the first. Through Abreu for the first out.
Hey, White Sox fans, turn to join the millions who are already saving by adding Xfinity Mobile to their internet. An unbeatable connection only for Xfinity. That was 2 good straight changes to a guy who has terrorized Lucas, J.D. Martinez. He had him in front of one, and he grounded out the other.
For that first out, Xander Bogaerts now.
Made a nice play to end that 4th inning.
All righty, here's the next hitter. We got Xander Bogaerts at the plate, and he fouls it off for strike one.
So let's say you're the guy responsible for running the Red Sox along with the committee.
That's a problem for Boston fans.
Well, I think you would do a splendid job, but we can't, of course, lose you in the booth.
Thank you.
If you decide that you're not going to sign Bogaerts, do you move him?
And the pitch, and that's going to be even at 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're talking about, right? Like in the middle of a possible pennant race.
Well, again, if he is indeed going to be a free agent,
yeah, I mean,
and you're not going to sign him.
My answer to that would be if you can get a major league ready part or two, you would do that.
So we're going to have an 0-2 count with 1 out, top of the fifth. Here's the pitch by Giolito. Check swing. He went around, swing and a miss. Xander Bogaerts is down on strikes, 2 away.
Number one, I know they got Trevor Story and they feel they have insurance at shortstop. But for many folks around Boston, Bogaerts is the face of that organization. I think he's a terrific player, and I do believe, amazingly enough, he's actually gotten better as he's gotten older. Not only with the bat, but certainly with the glove. And so That being said, if they make a determination, which would be a financial determination, that they have the coverage and story, I think
All right,
then
here's
you
Alex
have a free
Verdugo.
to get whatever you can get.
And the pitch. That's a ball.
Blow for a fan base in softball, Betsley, and a guy who's been there for 10 years in Xander Bogaerts as well.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Is trying to win the battle. This ball hit to deep right
I
field.
think that level of consistency of who you're going to see is really important to people.
And the pitch. Fouled away, 1-1.
Toward the visiting television booth.
Well, I hope that doesn't get any part of Joe Castiglione. He's been around forever.
Well, you were just talking earlier. You're basically the same age.
No. He's considerably older. But I remember him growing up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He spent 10 years there.
He was in Youngstown first.
And then moved to Cleveland. Was a sports anchor.
There's another foul ball that direction.
Yeah, they're trying to get him, I believe.
They're peppering Joe and Will. I don't think either of them were all that close to going into their booth.
All right, so we got a quick 1-2 count
Makes for a good story.
to Alex Verdugo.
No, he's on deck.
Tatum only has 4 points.
He was a big story.
Crazy.
He was.
That made Mattress Firm very happy.
Oh, they were thrilled.
You know,
They live for that.
Wow.
gotta work that in every now and then.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over as he gets him on strikes. Strikes out the last 2 hitters, so no runs, no hits. 1, 2, 3 innings for Lucas Giolito. Headed to the bottom of the 5th, it is a 1-0 Red Sox lead. We got Abreu, Pollock, and Berger. 4, 5, 6 for the White Sox coming up here in the bottom half. Make sure you hit the like if you have not hit the like button for the Louis Sports Network. Definitely appreciate it, guys. So there was a delay earlier in this game, and apologies also for the scoreboard. Scoreboard's been acting up, but looks like everything is now copacetic and kind of going on point now. So, everything's looking good on this end now, whereas before it wasn't. So yeah, Nets World with the update with Jason Tatum, he only has 4 points, so that's not good at all, because you would think that he would come with more, with more urgency, considering that you now have tied the series. But the game is not over yet. He can have a big second half. But I said with Tatum, he has to get to the finals, though. He has to. He's been to the conference finals enough. Celtics are still up by 3. Oh, the Heat led at. Oh, the Celtics actually they're on an 8-0 run because they were down at 5. They were down by 5 at the half. I'll be shocked if Miami wins this series, because as good as defensively as they are, they just have a lot of limitations compared to what Boston has, which is why it's kind of I'm not totally surprising, but a little surprising that they're inconsistent as they have been, just for the fact that they're a deeper team. But give Miami credit. Their defense has really hung up in there, in this series. But I'm not happy with the way the series has gone.
Alex Verdugo pointing J.D. Martinez and 1-0, but Rich Hill and Lucas Giolito have been the story so far.
Lucas is getting better, and Rich Hill is throwing a gem through 4.
Giolito has 4. He may have 4 walks, but he has 6 strikeouts. The Red Sox have bended him, but they have not been able to break him. Rich Hill's been working pretty quick.
First pitch ball.
Hasn't allowed a hit yet. Don't jinx it,
I
Luke.
just have a feeling the no-hitter's going by the boards.
Like now?
Yeah, I would think so.
Here's Abreu. Here's the 1-0. Strike with the breaking ball.
1-1. So during the break, Ryan Wilson, plate umpire, was talking to Rich Hill. And we'll see.
And then Rich Hill kind of used his foot to scrape out some dirt. Maybe the appearance of being on the rubber.
And the pitch. Strike 2.
Based on that, it looks like he was not on the rubber earlier.
Well, unless my eyes deceive me, he might have been just off.
That's what it shows on the replay.
They should stop doing that.
Here's the 1-2.
1-2.
And the ball is slapped inside out to right field, and it's going to be a base hit. Abreu rounding first. He's going to head over to second. for a stand-up leadoff double.
What's wrong with you?
Well, you just get the feeling.
And the fans on their feet.
You just get the feeling like other people do this.
Jose is going to get up, and he's going to make everybody with a warranty really happy.
That Sox double brought to you by
He just fought that off, man. The strength of Abreu to able to hit that pitch.
Available at Elgin Hyundai. See ElginHyundai.com.
It shows you the strength that he has.
There is the tying run.
Shout out to Braves fan. Guys, hit the like. Shout out to Jay in the building. That's what's up.
There's ball 1 to A.J. Pollock. What do you think about the shutout now?
Pollock 0 for 1, ground out in the second inning.
That's new.
I'm anti-shutout.
That's your platform?
I'm pro-run.
And the pitch, fouled away.
Steve, part of the pro-run group here. 1 ball, 1 strike from Hill to Pollock.
All right, so we got a leadoff runner on second. White Sox trying to get on the board.
Time called by AJ.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
You really have to wait for
Count
that
is now 1 and 2.
That was a particularly slow breaking ball, and Pollock tried to get on top of it.
How many miles an hour was that breaking ball? Because that ball took a while to get to the plate.
Just like in Chicago, they play 16-inch softball. That's
Hill has thrown,
basically
thrown
what it
50
was.
pitches.
You come in and get to a level you can hit it.
Thing is, Rich Hill's been getting quick outs. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. And the ball is fielded, fair. Bogarts throws it over first. Oh, it took him off the bag.
2 on, nobody out.
So AJ Pollock gets safe at first. 2 on, nobody out for the White Sox. Let's see this replay again.
Plenty of time, and then just doesn't get on top of the throw. Cordero goes up. He misses the swipe tag, and it's runners at first and second, and nobody out.
Yeah.
For Jake Berger, who flied out to right his first time.
Here's Jake Berger, 0 for 1. Flied out, second inning, as they mentioned, hitting .230. Pitch, strike with the curveball.
He'll pivot towards second base.
Well, so far, nobody paying much attention to Jose at second. The closest guy to the play is Trevor Story, but he's not making any attempt to this point.
In the pitch, swing and the miss.
There, 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
0 and 2, I should say, on Berger. 2 strikes with 2 on and nobody out.
Here's the 0-2. And the ball is hit deep down the field. Going back, looking up. It's gone. It's a 3-run shot. It is a 3-run home run.
Too many slow breaking balls, and that was a little flatter than most of them. Jake Berger hits 3rd home run of the year.
So Jake Berger hits a 3-run home run, and he now gives the White Sox a 3-1 lead.
That is one happy guy up from AAA.
The AAA man goes deep. And the White Sox now ahead by 2 runs.
He got every bit of that. That was a no-doubter.
And the pitch. Strike.
Here's Adam Engel to take strike 1, and very suddenly this game has flipped completely after the double and the error And the power from Jake Berger.
So not only did Hill lose the no-hitter, he lost the lead.
It's called a ball, 1-1 for Adam.
Adam Engel, 221, 0 for 1, pop out in the third, 282 on base,
Pitch came
337
into Berger
slugging.
at 67 miles an hour.
And the pitch, ball.
Second time through has been good for the middle of the orders so far.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike two.
2-2. A little surprising he went back to that slow breaking ball so many times to Jake.
Well, he got to the point, and the last one was the flattest of them, is Sawamura, who we saw last night, is throwing.
We got a Red Sox
again.
pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Curveball.
Jackie Bradley.
Scott over
Jr.
to the right. Makes the play for the first out. One away.
Let's get a preview of what's coming up on White Sox Postgame Live presented by Subaru. I feel like this update just changed. Ozzie and Chuck, what do you got?
Ozzie as in Ozzie Guillen. And the pitch to Reese McGuire is a strike.
Who was the guy that threw the pitch? Yeah, we'll see what Ozzie had to say. And if
Here's the 0-1.
I'm sure he stands by what he said.
Fouled off, strike two.
Always. Yeah,
absolutely.
This is going to be great. Frank Tanana reference from Ozzie, by the way, Steve.
He brought that from way back.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Tanana, a lot of people don't realize, they remember him late. But early in his career, he had a big arm. I mean, he could really throw it. And then later, he became a trickster.
So, you think early Tanana was better than late Tanana?
Yes, we have no Tananas. I don't know.
0-2.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled off.
You can say that's a slippery
Fouls
slope.
off out of play.
Rich Hill's looked beleaguered basically all night on the mound. It doesn't look fun for him.
I think at this point of his career.
Here's the pitch by Rich Hill. That ball is low, 1-2.
And he's everything I've heard. Great teammate, great guy to be around. We'll see what Ozzie has to say about that. Earlier on in his career, but 1-2 on McGuire.
Here's the pitch. Goes under it. Deep down. Verdugo on the run, and he's able to make the play for the out. 2 away.
Sox fans, don't forget the Wintrust Crosstown Series heads to the South Side Saturday and Sunday. Limited tickets are available right now, and to purchase, scan that QR code on the screen or visit WhiteSox.com. Cubs right now came into the day 18-24. They lost to Cincinnati, so they're 18-25 as the Reds beat Kyle Hendricks.
There's Josh Harrison.
Luis Castillo
And the
got
pitch.
win for Cincinnati.
Harrison hits it to, it's going to dunk. Beautiful play by Kike Hernandez on the diving catch, saving himself a hit from Josh Harrison. So,
Hernandez, but he had no
3
play.
runs on 2 hits. The big blow. 3-run shot by Jake Berger. And headed into the top of the 6th inning, it is a 3-1 Chicago White Sox lead over the Red Sox. All right, it should be the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for the Boston Red Sox. Let me click on the Gamecast, and let me see who is next. We have Trevor Story, Cordero, and Vasquez, 6, 7, 8. All right, once again, out-of-town scores. Houston up 2-0 on Cleveland, end of the 6th inning. Texas and the Angels are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Angels with the baseball. Pittsburgh beats Colorado 10-5. Detroit beats Minnesota 4-2. The Mets lose to the Giants 9-3. Washington beats LA by the score of 1-0. Minnesota wins 2-1. Milwaukee wins 2-1 over San Diego. Oakland defeats Seattle by the score of 4-2. And then the Cubs lose to the Cincinnati Reds 4-3. But then also we have Tampa Bay beating the Miami Marlins by the score of 5-4. And those are just your latest scores here on the channel.
Three with the slider, only 2 with the changeup, and the 4-seamer, he's got 1 of those.
All right, so they're just showing Lucas Giolito's pitches,
One of those
6
sliders
strikeouts.
was inside to Verdugo to finish off that 5th inning. That was a beautiful pitch.
Well, the strikeout of Bogaerts and the strikeout of Verdugo both back-to-back were pretty good.
Giolito gets ready.
Trevor
Goes to the
Story
windup
leads
and
off
the
the
pitch. That's a ball. 1-0.
Ball 1. Credit to Lucas for pitching over 2 base runners on in each of the first 4 innings and giving up only 1 run.
Well, as hot as this Red Sox lineup,
Trevor Story,
is,
0 for 2, ground out, grounded into a double play.
As Lucas has had through the first 5. He's had 4 of them. But he's made some big
Here's a 1-0.
pitches when he's had to.
Check swing, but they say strike. It was in the zone.
Story backed away, looked at Wills, the plate umpire, and was in some version of disbelief as there is Aaron Bummer getting loose.
There's Bummer getting loose in the bullpen.
By the way,
it's a great view.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Nice angle.
Here's the 1-1. Ball 2-1.
2 balls and a strike on Story.
In cricket, that would have been very successful.
I tend to think you have like 30% of the rules of cricket.
Not even.
Yeah, and take the under. Two balls and a strike.
All right, 2-1 count. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. 3-1 White Sox. Here's the pitch by Giolito. Right down the middle for strike 2.
Minnesota lost earlier today. The Tigers 4-2 winners in Minneapolis. Detroit scored 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 8th, and 2 in the 10th.
All right, here's the 2-2 by Giolito. Fouled away.
Hard, rifled the first base side. Still 2-2.
Well, he's thrown him 2 fastballs in a row. I think the first one surprised Story. That one he was a little late on. This becomes a really good time to throw another slider. Again, trying to pull everything. He's grounded twice to the left side.
Two and two.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. That Story's out on strikes. 1 away. Then that's 7 strikeouts for
3 strikeouts in a
Giolito.
row for Lucas, who has gotten a bit stronger as he's moved along. Good slider outside corner, and Story well out in front.
So Story is out on strikes.
0 for 3 tonight for Story, and now Franchi Cordero, who's seen all of 4 pitches in an 0 for 2. He struck out on 3.
Here's the windup and the pitch by Giolito. That's a ball to Franchi Cordero.
Sox trying to
246
get back over
average.
500.
On base of 318,
21.
404 slugging, 1 home run.
Game and a half
And 9
for
RBIs.
that final wild card spot as we open the day today.
They shift against Cordero with 3 on the right side. Tim playing pretty much.
Here's the
up
windup
middle.
and the pitch. That's going to be a ball.
2-0.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Engel very much straight away.
1
but
second. Listen to the comments.
Tim on the first base side is second.
2-0. Check swing. That's going to be a strike, right? Yeah.
Yep. Monty doesn't think so, but
Told you I'd be back. It was easy as 1, 2, 3. Check swing. Did he go?
Sure.
very much so.
He said no.
He would have hit that out if he made contact.
Okay. In cricket.
Here's a 2-1. And the ball is skied over the center field. Engel is there and is able to make the play for the second out, 2 away.
Tonight on NBC5, deadly accidents caught on camera. Obvious evidence left at the scene, and suspects known for years. So why aren't the cases being solved? I don't know. Do you know why, Jason?
No, I guess we got a one.
Well, NBC5 investigates tonight at 10 on NBC5 News.
Thank you for asking.
With Alvin Rosati.
I mean, it's hard.
Usually plugged in on things like that. 2 down for Vasquez.
Christian Vasquez, the catcher.
Twice.
2 walks.
We lead the league in promos with rhetorical questions.
Here's the pitch. That's a ball.
That's true.
Do you think this promo should have another question in it?
I personally do. Of course, then again, I always do. Lucas had a hard time finding the strike zone with Vasquez. And every time he's thrown him an off-speed pitch in the zone, he has hit it foul down the left field line.
And the pitch.
Ooh, in the neighborhood. McGuire shook his head.
Watch it again, and this is a pretty good pitch. Certainly a pitcher's pitch, and it's got a piece of the plate. Not much of a piece, but a piece nonetheless.
I was it's a slide. It's a slide into the corner right there.
Have season tickets at Statcast Stadium. I don't know that they love Statcast Stadium very much as a venue.
Here's the one by Giolito in the pitch. And the ball is swung, hit over the right end. Beautiful diving play by Andrew Vaughn to end the inning. No runs, no hits. 1, 2, 3 inning for Lucas Giolito. As we check out the diving catch by Andrew Vaughn. Went to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 3-1 Chicago White Sox lead. All right, let's look at the lineup. We're back to the top of the lineup once again. We got Tim Anderson, we got Andrew Vaughn, and we got Yoan Moncada. So 1, 2, 3 for the White Sox. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button.
It comes courtesy of Andrew Vaughn. Probably the final pitch that Lucas is going to throw tonight. A line drive to right center.
Yeah, but you know what, Giolito, despite struggling and walking forward,
Lucas with 101 pitches.
his defense allowed him to go 6
That
innings.
is a team.
Some of it is
Season high,
Giolito,
and
but at the same time,
starters
others,
have accomplished
it's
that 4
the
different
fielders.
times. And we got a new pitcher in the ball game, and it is Tanner Houck. On for the 10th time, his ERA at 4.70.
Tanner Houck, who's in the game, 9 games started, 3-3 record,
stuff.
no holds, 4.70 ERA, 30 2/3, 29 strikeouts, 13 walks.
Right-handers haven't done very much with him. Left-handers have touched him up a bit.
Slider fastball for Tanner.
Here's the pitch.
Houck.
Swing and a miss to Tim Anderson, strike one.
Along with a four-seamer and strike one to Tim Anderson.
See that slider? A little over 36% of the time, and his four-seamer.
Slider,
right
four-seamer, sinker, splitter.
The sinker, which is his two-seamer, is 23.5% of the time.
Here's the pitch by Tanner. Inside, strike one.
Slider on 2.
Yeah, he's a side wheeler, and it's probably a whole lot tougher for right-handers to pick him up, especially because you don't get a chance to see him. Maybe one time, maybe two.
Quigley got an 0-2 count here in the bottom of the 6th. White Sox lead 3-1.
Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck with the pitch. Ball.
This ball away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rich Hill went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Only 2 hits, the double and the home run. A walk and a strikeout. And all in all, a pretty good performance.
1-2 count to Tim Anderson. And the pitch. Foul.
Back to the slider, fouled away. I don't know that he's put either of those sliders where he wanted to.
No, those sliders are danger zone pitches because when you're dropping down low 3/4 like he is, you leave that slider over the inside part of the plate. At the very best, you see a double down the line and left. If you get under it, those are the ones that go out of the ballpark. He's probably trying to keep them away from Tim.
And the pitch. Inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes. So he came back inside with a fastball. I would presume slider away here.
I think he wants to stay inside because he knows Tim is pretty good at taking the ball to right field. We'll have to see if Vasquez wants that slider again.
Set up away, 2-2. And came back over the middle of the plate again. And Devers throws out TA.
Nice fielder right there.
Tonight's game is brought to you by
Devers throws it over to
Marquette Bank is Chicagoland's trusted neighborhood bank and home lender. Good for you and your community. Check out Marquette Bank at emarquettebank.com. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank.
Tanner Houck has 1 out, and Andrew Vaughn, the batter. Tanner Houck from the St. Louis area, Collinsville, Illinois. Went to Mizzou. Stayed home-ish.
Max Scherzer, a product of Mizzou.
Indeed.
Hard to believe the Mets are doing what they're doing and they don't have Scherzer or DeGrom.
If you're one of those teams behind him and you're trying to keep your head above water, Atlanta, Philadelphia, they came in 8 games back, you at least feel like you have an opening now.
Yeah, but you better get it done soon. They've got a pretty stout hitting ball club.
Big chopper.
Chopper.
Charges.
Filled it. Oh, and it went past him.
One way or the other. And Andrew Vaughn safe at first.
You don't see that every day.
That's a base hit. That's a do-or-die play for Bogaerts because he realizes you got to come in and try to smother this hop. He doesn't really get the short hop he wants. It's a lot longer hop. And you see him come in, you're going to swipe it or you're not going to make the play. It does go as a base hit. It does go as a 7-game hit streak. And the Sox have a runner aboard.
Yoan Moncada looking for his first hit of the series against his former franchise.
Yoan Moncada over 2 ground outs, 200 on base percentage, 158 average. Pitch.
Just off the plate. He wrapped it around the outside corner, ball 1.
There's just something about playing against the team that trades you away. I don't care how long ago they traded you away, but you get a little added incentive when that happens.
And the pitch. Fouled off. Strike one.
Sometimes is you know the guys very well that are pitching against you, and you've been friends with some of them. As you see, Yoan made his debut before the season. He was traded to the White Sox in that Chris Sale deal.
I'd like to see Andrew get a little bigger lead at first base.
Here's the 1-1. And it's foul strike, too.
Stream out-of-market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning and select pregame and postgame coverage. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. There's that lead for Vaughn at first, just a couple of steps.
Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Okada is down looking, 2 away.
We'll take another look. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner, even though he gets under it somewhat.
Celtics still up, both JT and JC struggling.
And he did have the play with it.
That has not been your typical slider.
Here's Jose Abreu.
Tanner out.
1 for 2.
No, he's leaving everything over the right corner of the plate.
Starts Abreu off with a sinker for ball 1. Jose doubled to break up the no-hitter to lead off the 5th.
And the pitch. Strike.
Strike called, 1-1.
We'd love to see how go back to that slider and leave it middle into Jose. So far, just about everything has been to the arm side as opposed to the glove side.
And the pitch. Strike.
The fastball, again, arm side.
That's a little bit lower. It's hit very hard.
Yep.
Took twice. And now they go through it again.
Looks like time was called.
Missed the first one?
No, we had that last night.
You just shook off on me.
Oh, man.
One
No, first, here's the 1-2. Ball, 2-2.
Got it up to 96, 2-2. Cleveland trying to fight back against Houston. They have a run in the top of the 7th, 2-1. The Astros over the Guardians with a runner at third and 2 out. Two and 2.
And the pitch. Ball.
Way outside, 3-2. That was a crossfire deal there.
Now we'll see as Cordero looks into the dugout if they want him behind Vaughn. But to me, there's no percentage of playing the bag because Andrew Vaughn is not getting much of a lead.
Oh my goodness, he's bad.
Putting him stationary at the bag.
Andrew runs. That's way outside. It's ball 4. 2 on, 2
And just
out.
like that.
Eat, drink, and laugh along with Chicago today. From
We got 2 White Sox
supporting
on.
local businesses, bringing you the best in the city and suburbs. Don't miss Chicago Today, weekdays after the 11 a.m. news on NBC5.
A.J. Pollock coming up to the chain by Fleetwood
Here's A.J.
Mac.
Pollock with 2 men on. White Sox lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the
Kids love
6th.
Fleetwood Mac.
I always thought highly of that.
Timeout was called.
It's actually a very good walk-up song. It's got a little driving beat.
It's terrific.
Two on, 2 out.
Here's the pitch. Ball.
Slider away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Pitcher versus batter. Tanner Houck against A.J. Pollock. 1-0. Who wins? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Is the type of slider he can throw, and he just found it a pitch ago to A.J. Pollock.
Well, this one is an exploding slider. You're not going to have any shot at this. If you can pick up the spin, then you have a chance to at least not swing at it, but AJ could not.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Fastball below the zone. 1-2 for A.J. Pollock.
That looked like a two-seamer. The tail's down to righties.
Timeout called by the Notre Dame alumnus, A.J. Pollock.
Runners on first and second with 2 outs. 1-2 count.
1-2.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him swinging to end the inning.
And got a strikeout on it.
So Hall gets the strikeouts. He did allow a hit. But ladies and gentlemen, no runs, 1 hit. And now 2 men left on base. Headed to the top of the 7th. It is a 3-1 Chicago White Sox lead. For the Red Sox, excuse me. Who do we have? Looks like we got Vasquez. Oh no, Vasquez drew 2 walks. So I think it's Jackie Bradley Jr. Yup, that was my next guess. Kike Hernandez and Devers. 9-1 and 2 coming up for the Red Sox in the top of the 7th. He only scored 16 in the 3rd, while Boston had 32 up 11. I told you, man, they're gonna win. You're gonna see, they're gonna win. Miami's done. So, yeah, definitely important to know. Now they're showing the score. Miami led 21-17. They led 42-37 at the half. And then after that, damn, Boston out here cooking, dudes. Well, Boston's up 17 now. Hell, the Heat with another stinker at home.
5 hits, just a 1 earned run, and that coming in the first inning. Then he shut the door on a very good offensive ball club. He walked 4, he fanned 7. Made some big pitches when he had to, and he retired the last 7 Red Sox he faced. And that brings on
new
Aaron
pitcher
on for the 14th
White
time.
Sox.
His ERA 4.5.
7 holds, 4.50 ERA, 12 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts to 8 walks. So that's every 2-1. That's a 2-1 ratio right there.
And I don't believe he's going to face Martinez if the inning rolls around to JD.
He got a strike.
Strike 1 to Bradley. 7th inning brought to you by the Illinois Department of Transportation.
All right, here's the 0-1.
To your point, the White Sox bullpen is already up and going.
We got Kendall Graveman.
Graveman throwing in the pen. And
Kendall Graveman.
ideally, this is how this would work. Aaron Bummer gets you 3. Next inning, you start with Martinez.
Here's the 1-1. Strike.
That is a perfect spot for that sinker.
That's the type of sinker when Aaron's going well.
Yeah. Well, he kept it down, and what we saw when he was struggling, we saw a lot of high sinkers, and that usually isn't going to get it done because when it's upstairs, it just doesn't sink very much.
Here's a 1-2. Grounder
to
the right side. Harrison throws it over to first. 1 out to start the top of the 7th.
Ground ball for Bummer starts the 7th, and now Hernandez. Oh, hi there.
Some young folks enjoying the ball game tonight. It's turned into a beautiful night at the ballpark. Didn't start out that way, but it is now.
Wonderful out. She may have gotten a visit from the Tooth Fairy recently.
Could very well be. You know, they're paying a lot more lately.
Is that right?
I think it's what.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike.
Something like that.
Tooth Fairy inflation.
That's what it is.
They have supply chain issues as well.
But don't tell any of the young people.
You just did. Oh. Earmuffs.
0-1 count. Pitch, grounder over to Anderson. Fields it, throws it over to first for the second out of the inning to a brilliant 2 away.
Secure your spot this season with a White Sox ticket package. The best way to get the best seats at the very best prices. Plus, enjoy postseason priority, flexible payment plans, and more. Scan that QR code next to the home runs and everything to learn more.
So this becomes a very big out. Number one, Devers is a terrific hitter, although held in check tonight. But also, if you get him, our Sox get to face J.D. Martinez leading off the 8th inning.
Good point.
When you take your pick, you probably go Kendall Graveman to start the 8th. And
Good
like
point.
you said, it'll probably be him anyway.
Then hopefully he gets through that, and then you turn it over to Liam. That's a guy you don't want to face representing the tying run.
Here's the 0-1. And the ball is slapped, and it's going to be blooped into center field for a base hit.
So now Tony La Russa is left with a decision. Aaron Bummer's only thrown 8 pitches. Even Cat's going to the phone, it looks like.
They want to find out if Kendall Graveman is ready. This is a really good
Nice
piece of
slap.
hitting because it's a sidearm slider. Devers stays right with it, puts the bat on the ball, and game plan all along was for Graveman to face Martinez. You were hoping it would be starting next
All right, so
inning.
Tony La Russa is going to
Worked
make
out
the
that
call to
way.
the bullpen.
But Aaron Bummer retired 2 of the 3 he was charged with.
So Graveman will face Martinez. Devers at first base. Martinez will be the tying run when we come back.
All right, so Tony La Russa is making the call to the bullpen. Make sure you hit that like. White Sox lead 3-1. Giolito goes 6 innings. They bring in the left-hander, and now after they brought in the left-hander, now they're going to go. Let's see who the pitcher is now. Ladies and gentlemen, update score with 8:13 in the fourth quarter. Celtics up 23 on the Miami Heat. Damn, Miami picked the
Pershing.
worst time to
Great
play
offers,
bad.
your own banker, Lakeside Bank. It's about time. And Kendall Graveman
Kelly
comes out for the
Graveman.
20th time. His
Oh,
ERA
Kendall
is
Graveman.
under 3.
Here's Kendall Graveman. 19
Gonna
games
face
this
a
season,
very
1-1
tough
record, 9 holds, 2.95 ERA,
Representing
21 in the
the
third
tying
innings,
run.
16 strikeouts to 5 walks.
No longer bearded.
It's a fine look. That's what he's going to throw. Half the time he throws a heavy
Sinker, slider, changeup,
96 miles
four-seamer,
an
and
hour
a curve.
backed up by a slider.
Oh, something bit me in my face. Here's the pitch, and we got a strike.
JD Martinez.
1 for 2 with a single and a run. One man on, 2 outs. And the pitch. Ball.
He yanked that pitch. 1-1.
Career against Kendall
Not
Graveman,
much
1 for
damage there
20.
in short time against Graveman.
Here's the pitch. And the ball is slapped into right field for a base hit.
Andrew reaches out and gloves it before he can find the alleyway, so it's a base hit for JD Martinez.
So Martinez goes opposite way, Boston with 2 men on and 2 out as he gets
just
himself a
has such
single.
good coverage, and this time it's inside out. His base hit to right field earlier was on the outside corner. This time inside out. Didn't try to pull it. And now 2 on for Xander Bogaerts.
He's had a marvelous season so far.
Xander Bogaerts 1 for 2, walking a single.
He's
Hitting
walked
325 on the
times
season,
this series
390
as well.
on base
He's
percentage, 459
2 for
slugging.
6. Should say walked twice, got a double as well. So on base 4 times. Shifting down to the fastball inside, 1-0 to Bogaerts.
Career against Kendall Graveman has not been particularly impressive.
Bogaerts
For
against Kendall Graveman is only 1 for 9.
Devers at second, Martinez at first.
Here's the windup in the pitch. Inside.
1-0 tucked inside. 2-0 Graveman. Verdugo is next.
Here's the pitch. And now it's going to be a ball. 3-0.
He spun him a 2-0 slider that missed. See what Bogaerts has in mind here.
I don't think he's swinging 3-0.
2 singers and a slider. Here's the pitch. Ball 4.
Ball 4.
He didn't really even look like he was ready to swing at that one.
4 pitches all out of the zone, Steve.
Yeah, he tried to throw it inside a couple of times and missed with both. And that one just missed, and that one missed by plenty. So now Ethan Katz going out. There is no margin for error at all.
All right, so we got Katz, the pitching coach, coming over to
Alex
talk.
Verdugo, who has driven in the only Red Sox run.
There's Harrison, there's Abreu.
Then Lucas retired him twice on a fly ball and a strikeout.
Here's Alex Verdugo.
Bullpen action starting again. You saw Tony going to the phone there with Ethan Katz out to the mound. Graveman would have had to face Verdugo anyway. This is the third batter that he'll stand against. Verdugo's driven in the lone run tonight for Boston.
Verdugo, 1 for 3 RBI single in the first inning. And for those tuning in, Jake Berger hit a 3-run home run to give the White Sox a 3-1 lead. 2 men on. And the pitch? Ball.
And it's Souza getting loosened up in a hurry.
That would be, you'd assume, for Franchi Cordero, who's after Story.
Certainly have to hope it doesn't get to that.
Red Sox have 3 right-handers on the bench tonight.
And the pitch. Strike.
Tickling the inside corner, 1-1.
Big pitch. Get back in the count here at 1-1. Some good late movement on it as Verdugo gives ground, trying to convince Ryan Wills that it was inside.
Bases loaded. 1-1 count. Guarantee rate field. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Down to the slider again, 1-2.
So he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Struck him out on the last time up. He's not able to follow this slider down and in. If Kendall can throw another one there.
It's a nice slider by Kendall Graveman. White Sox fans on their feet. Trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Here's the pitch. A grounder.
Harrison.
Fielded by Harrison. Throws it over the first for the final out of the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, and the bases are left loaded. Headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is a 3-1 Chicago White Sox lead. All right, so they get out of the inning, headed to the bottom of the 7th. That was great that they were able to escape. Now, for the Chicago White Sox, who is yet to hit in this inning? Jake Berger, Adam Engel, Reese McGuire. Jake Berger hit a home run his last time up, so he's back at the top of the lineup for the Kansas City Royals. Man, this commercial be taking forever, man. What is up?
And it's a flat curveball that went
all right,
out
bottom of the 7th inning. They're
Sox,
showing Jake Berger's home run.
Losing 1-0 at the time. That
444 feet?
1 where it stands now. 444 happy feet.
That was a monster.
Yes, it was.
So Jake Berger now against Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Slider for a strike.
I think he's going to see a face full of those sliders right here.
How about that? Second longest home run for the Sox this year. And the third.
Pretty nice.
The third one was against.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm guessing a third one's forthcoming.
And the pitch. Ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Is the fourth one forthcoming?
Yep.
Here's the pitch on the 1-2. Grounder, left side. Devers sweeps it up, throws it over to first to Cordero for the first out, one away.
A message from WebEx by Cisco.
Hello, everyone. Whether it's from boardrooms, crowded rooms, and soon from rooms you aren't even in, T-Mobile uses WebEx to hybrid work.
Hey, hon.
Because we make it work for everyone.
He's Steve Stone. I'm Jason Benetti, and we thank you for being here wherever you might be. White Sox baseball against the Boston Red Sox.
Here's Adam Engel,
tonight.
over 2,
Game
pop
number
out,
2 of
pop out,
3
and a fly out.
From Guaranteed Rate
Pitch
Field.
by Tanner Houck is check swing,
Slider
and that's
from
going to be a
Tanner
ball.
Houck for ball
So
1
1
to
and
Adam.
0.
Devers is very close at third. Cordero very close at first. They both think that Engel is thinking about laying one down.
They may think that, but I don't think that Adam's thinking that.
Nope. He's thinking about hitting it hard somewhere. Outfield straight away and very deep all the way around.
Stepped in a strike on the inside corner. Houck did 1 and 2. Joe Kelly now getting loose in the Sox bullpen. He's been at both Sox bullpens now.
And the pitch.
Foul away.
Slap foul.
Didn't start out a particularly windy night, but he has gotten there.
So it kicks up intermittently.
Yeah. And occasionally.
This is one of those times. It's kicked up.
Oh, that's cool.
I think he thought about perhaps taking that one off the elbow and then figured, you know what, maybe not.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. White Sox lead 3-1 over the Red Sox. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside for ball 3. Full count. Whew. And the pitch. And the ball. Oh, wow, Devers.
Down to a knee to make the play.
Reimagine the run at the Bank of America Chicago 13.1. Come out to Garfield Park for this one-of-a-kind race through Chicago's west side. Be part of the inaugural race on June 5th. Visit Chicago13.1.com to sign up today. I'm a half-K specialist. You ever get one of those, let me know.
A half K?
Yeah.
Here's Reese McGuire, the catcher.
Me too. I endure you talking about running.
In the pitch. Ball.
First pitch, ball 1 to Reese McGuire, who walked in the 3rd. The Red Sox in the 8th will have Story, Cordero, and Vasquez coming up. Likely against Joe Kelly.
And the 1-0. Foul off, strike 1.
There are only 3 games going on right now in Major League Baseball. We're 1. The Astros are up 2-1 on Cleveland in the bottom of the 8th. And the Rangers lead the Angels 4-1 at the end of 4. Reed Detmer is on the mound for the Angels after his no-hitter earlier this year. Reese touches this in,
and that's going to go hit into left field for a base hit. Bobbles it for a bit and then fields it over to second.
Then caught better at second.
Well, the beauty of this one is that unless Tony is planning to run with Reese, and I don't think he is, worst case scenario, Tim leads off next inning. So this is a good moving fastball, but
Jay says it's different to see the Red Sox struggle like this.
Thinking about 2 and thinks better of it.
will Josh Harrison put the first pitch in play? The answer has been yes twice.
He hit it pretty hard last time in the fifth.
Grounded into a double play in the lineup for Josh Harrison, who's at the plate. And the pitch. And Harrison hits it into right field for a base hit.
3 pitches to Harrison and a 1 for 3 tonight.
So Harrison gets his first hit of the game. We got runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Is Bradley in right field. Nice inside-out swing on a tailing fastball that actually came in on Josh. Takes it in right field to keep the inning alive.
So 2 on, 2 out, and Tim Anderson coming up, and it does look like it will be.
So is Alex Score going to take the ball from him?
Multiple innings here. He's
That's
given
the question.
up 4 base runners.
Yep. Shout out to Yes Ski in the build. Appreciate it.
The first guy he faced in the
Make sure to hit the light.
And Tim saw 6 pitches.
Dave Bush went out there and gave him a little bit of a brush up on the game plan and how they want him to go after Tim.
It's Tim Anderson, 0 for 3. Strikeout, fly out, ground out.
First one.
And the pitch. Anderson, slow grounder, and Devers takes it himself for the final out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits.
We'll go to the 8th. 3-1 White Sox.
It is a 3-1 White Sox lead with 2 runners on base. Headed to the top of the 8th through 7. White Sox lead 3-1 over Boston. All right, let's see who's batting for the Boston Red Sox. It is Trevor Story, Frankie Cordero, and Christian Vasquez. 6, 7, 8 for the Red Sox coming up in the top of the 8th. Yeah, Jay, you're right. It's not usual to see the Red Sox struggle like that, right? And the funny thing is they've been the hottest team in baseball. Yeah, I see the stream itself has kind of been inconsistent. Hopefully there's no more no more ads that end up interrupting the damn stream. Oh no, that game is over. Celtics they're winning. They're up 17 with a minute 32 with a minute and a half remaining. Up 17. Miami's done. I'll be shocked if they win game 6, but they're done.
Pitcher of the ball game. It is Joe Kelly on for the 7th time. His ERA.
All right, here's Joe Kelly. 6 starts, 6 games, 0-1 record, 5 holds, 10.80 ERA, 5 innings pitched.
He's got a pretty hard sinker.
Only 6 strikeouts, 16 walks.
To go with it. You see the knuckle curve? Just under 50% of the time with his sinker the same. So those are his 2 pitches.
Knuckle curve, sinker, changeup.
Last 2 outings have been scoreless. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts in 2 innings.
Here's a pitch by Kelly.
8th inning brought to you by the Illinois Lottery. And it's ball 1 to Trevor Story. Joe Kelly the other day spent some time with our friends.
Trevor Story, 0 for 3.
Spiegel,
yes.
And detailed what he said to Aaron Hicks when he picked him off of second base. Joe has a sense of humor, we've learned over the course of time.
And the pitch.
Joe's an interesting guy. He is a highly competitive dude.
I said that for who was going to be in the finals.
In the situations he's been
I said
in
it.
and not be
I just said Miami, possibly Miami.
I mean, he's done
if
just about everything there
things
is
fell
to
in the
do.
right place and Boston somehow found a way to
Pressure
struggle. But
situations in this
this series is over in Boston for in 6. And the pitch.
A couple of World Series for Joe Kelly as that's hammered foul by Story, 1-2.
Well, he's seen the sinkers. Can he deal with the knuckle curveball away?
Pitched 5 games in the World Series with Boston in 2018.
Oh, so we got nobody out. 1-2
6
count.
innings, 10 strikeouts, no runs.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, the highest levels, the most pressure. He
All right,
has
time
seen
was
it all
called.
at this point.
40 postseason games for his career for Joe Kelly.
That's pretty stout.
It is.
One and two.
Strike three.
He hit the target.
Trevor Story says no.
Story feels differently, and Alex Cora is waiting to see if he has to go defend his guy.
Well, as they say, too close to take.
Let's see where that pitch was. Oh, it was outside.
I think Trevor Story wants to hear it from whoever that is.
I don't want
He said, there's no way. As soon as he struck out, he told the umpire, there's no way.
That.
He said, no
and we
way,
got a strike to Jackie Bradley Jr.
Well, there is a way.
I'm sorry, not Jackie Bradley Jr.
Big pitch.
Frankie
He
Cordero.
either said no way, there's no way, or he was doing the start to
And
walk
pitch.
like an Egyptian.
Strike 2. Oh for 3, ground out, strikeout, fly out.
2 strikes to Cordero.
He wasn't happy with the last call, but the last call had the whole play.
Joe Kelly sinks into an 0-2. Little delay. And strike 3.
Swing and a miss on the pitch.
Joe's
For the
feeling it
second
right
out of
now.
the inning,
Looked a
2
little
away.
like,
Cordero's
it
out
was
on
Johnny
strikes.
Cueto-esque right there. He started, suspended the leg. Now watch. Okay. And now Kelly might have hurt
Does he say
himself.
so? Oh.
Looked like he grabbed the hamstring.
That was a nice pitch. Damn.
I think the
Oh,
left
yeah.
hamstring might have stiffened up on it.
He's out. Yeah, look, he's limping. Oh, wow.
He's going
And
to have to come out.
it did.
So now LaRusso's got to make a pitching change. Yeah.
That's tough the way he's been pitching the last
Yep.
couple outings.
No doubt about it.
Let's see who they get next in terms of the lineup card. Let's see if this is going to go to commercial break. Oh, they're going to wait for the pitcher to come in. So Joe Kelly has injured his hamstring. So what happened was that when he threw that last pitch, he took a couple of kicks into the mound. And then as he released the ball from the release point was when he pulled that hamstring, and he immediately held on to it as he struck out Cordero. And so once he felt it, he was walking gingerly, and you could tell that he was walking with a limp. So once that happened, Tony La Russa had to take him out of the game to change pitchers, because I think he was going to stick with Kelly, but that's what happened. Shout out to Pedro Walker, man. Appreciate it. Hit the like, guys. Jay says not the Mavs or Heat. Nah, that's past tense, man. If that was Dirk and LeBron, Yeah, that would have made money, and they would have brought those guys back. But Miami don't really got a dynamic player on their team. Luka's Luka, but right now to me he's, talented, but I just feel like his offense bores me with how predictable it is. I just don't think it's going to sell money like the previous Mavs Heat did back in 2011. It was a different time too. Yesterday says Trevor Story has exploded offensively in the last week and a half for the Red Sox. Yeah, facts. He's been doing great. Damn, hope he's all good. I hate seeing injuries from any type of team or player. Injuries are the worst, despite the fact that they're a part of the game. I just hate that it happens. You hate it as a competitor because you don't want any excuses. You want to beat the team at the very best. And at the same time, they're humans, though. But Jay says once he cools a bit, MLB will test him. Baseball needs the ratings.
In 5 2/3 with 10 big strikeouts. He's coming in with the bases empty, which for him with a 4-out save.
Liam Hendricks is coming in now.
He hurt himself, which means Liam Hendricks can take as many pitches as he wants. If he's not ready yet, just
4 saves, 5
2/3,
10 strikeouts, 1 earned run. That's 5 appearances.
Our Lakeside Bank called
19 games, 1-2 record.
On for the 20th time.
13 saves and 16 opportunities, 3.72 ERA,
in save situations, of
19.1 innings pitched,
ERA of 3.72, 30
7.5.
strikeouts in 19 1/3, only 5 walks.
Learn from the pros this summer at a White Sox summer camp presented by Wintrust. Starting at $159, kids ages 5 to 12 can register for a camp at any of our 50 locations throughout
White
the
Sox summer camp
area. To learn more, visit White Sox.
Yesterday says my Giants have been struggling recently. Bullpen has been absolutely terrible. They got the win last night and today too. Yo, your boy Jock Peterson was huge.
Loosening up as the rain is starting again, which is just fantastic news. Thanks for that.
Yep.
We're now playing What's in the Bucket. We think we know the answer. Let's see. Yep, it's popcorn. You can play at home, by the way. What's in the bucket? How you do it is you fill a bucket, and whatever's in it, you pull it out. Now the ponchos now are.
Yeah, some of the fans are ready for this. They thought that it was going to be a whole lot wetter around the ballpark tonight. It held off very well up until this point. Then we're going to
it was at 71
It
was at 71 degrees, but it's supposed to rain. It was supposed to rain, though.
Yes, indeed. Vasquez will bat against Hendricks. If we get an update on Joe Kelly, we will let you know.
There are a lot of injuries in baseball right now. Here's the pitch.
First
Liam
fouled away by Vasquez.
It's a swinging strike by Vasquez on the foul ball, strike one.
Sox will have Vaughn, Moncada, and Abreu coming up in the bottom of the 8th.
It would be nice to pick up an insurance run. This is still a very potent Red Sox lineup.
It is. Here's the pitch. Slap, foul.
2 strikes.
0-2.
Vasquez, who's walked twice.
Kind of a good sign that Liam was able to get a slider. That was a strike.
Nobody on base for the Red Sox. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Liam trying to get the
Relying
4-out
more on
save,
that
starting
curveball
with this last,
recently
hopefully the
this
last
year.
out for the White Sox. For their sake. Here's the windup in the pitch. Swing, and it's going to be chip foul.
That was a good one. That one went straight down, and I'm surprised Vasquez was able to get any part of that. Especially when you're trying to guard against 97, 98. Then you see something up there spinning in the mid-80s. It's hard to get any piece of the baseball.
High heat here. What do you think?
I think Liam loves high fastballs.
And the 0-2. Grounded. Anderson fields it. 360 turn over the throw to Abreu in time. Nice play.
Went to the breaking ball and he got him. And then Tim, who's had a very good night defensively, eats this one up the middle.
Really nice play by Anderson with that
right
360
spin.
spin.
To get out of the inning.
Perfect throw to Abreu. No runs, no hits, 1-2-3 inning. Strange 1-2-3 inning. But anyway, headed to the bottom of the 8th. It is the White Sox 3 and the Red Sox 1. So let's look at the Chicago White Sox with their lineup. We got Andrew Vaughn, Yoan Moncada, and Jose Abreu. 2, 3, 4 for the White Sox coming up. Yes, sir. Ski says we will see. It's still very early in the season, so anything can still happen. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are a Yankees fan? Surprised there hasn't been any defensive switches. Verdugo, Hernandez, Bradley in the outfield, Devers, Bogart, Story, and Cordero
Tim's
infield.
done a great job at shortstop. He made some
catch.
difficult plays, and the throw
Some of these plays by
right on the
Anderson.
money to retire Vasquez.
No, not that one. That one was nice, though.
Job well done, and Tim's playing a much more solid shortstop these days. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule presented by Volkswagen. The Bostons are in for one more tomorrow evening and then Friday, a rare Friday off before the Cubs come to town for 2. Then it's another off day on Monday, and it's on the road again to Toronto and Tampa Bay for a 6th spot.
Here's the pitch. Ball.
So Fox has the Saturday game, and I believe that is our friends Len Casper and AJ Pierzynski on the call.
For the Saturday game.
Andrew Vaughn, 1 for 3 single in the 6th.
We will indeed.
Here's Tanner Houck.
Yep.
Pitch.
I'm going to agree with
Strike.
That's the first thing that I don't agree with from the whole run. 1-1 for Vaughn. Tanner Houck for his 3rd inning of work.
And the pitch. And swung over to right field.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
There to make the play. First out of the inning.
Round number 1. And
Rangers up 4-1. I've been watching.
White Sox post-game live with our pals Ozzie and Chuck.
Nice. Yankees have been hot. Sucks they got some injuries now, but I hope they get healthy soon. They've been fun to watch so far. I mean, we had a 3-game losing streak, and Jose Trevino hit a walk-off last night. We have the best record in baseball.
Thank you. I like when Chuck walks toward us as he's finishing up. It's like he's going to come right into your living room.
He's handing it back to us on a figurative sense.
Tomorrow he's just going to walk straight into the camera.
And the pitch.
Inside
for a ball 1.
So Liam Hendricks will try to close this
Okada
out.
0 for 3.
And it'll be Jackie Bradley Jr., Kike Hernandez,
2 ground outs and a
Rafael
strikeout.
Devers. Not easy.
No, it would be very nice
And
to
that's going to be
leave
fouled
JD
away.
Martinez
Strike
for
1.
sometime tomorrow. But to do that, you've got to go 1, 2, 3.
Carver and Cole Calhoun homer tonight.
If you get to Martinez, he will be able to.
You'll see a
be
mix
at
of
least
win
the
and
tying
losing
run.
streaks,
That's
and they're going to be
guaranteed.
small in this stretch.
1-1 to go on.
And pitch. Fouled off, strike 2.
That was a pretty good slider. Houck has been very tough since coming in, and as you can see, that one took an abrupt turn and under the bat.
And the pitch off the plate. So that's a
2
ball.
balls, 2 strikes.
But another backdoor slider to get him is exactly how he got him in the 6th inning.
Rain's coming down a little bit harder now.
Rain.
Into the booth.
Supposed to be a thunderstorm. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. Struck him out so bad, made his helmet fall off with Moncada. It's going to bring up Jose Abreu as he's out on strikes. He's 0 for 4. Now to bring up Jose Abreu.
Ticket holders, and they're also perfect for non-game day events, including weddings and corporate parties. For more information regarding the Huntington Bank Stadium Club, call 312-674-1000. Two gone for Abreu.
2 outs for the White Sox. Bottom of the 8th.
No-hitter
3-1
for
White Sox
today.
lead over the
The
Red
Sox
Sox.
Got him for an Abreu double in the 5th.
Here's the pitch. Off the plate, ball 1.
Green's streaming down now.
Houck didn't want any part of Abreu last time up in the 6th inning. Even with a man on, he didn't really throw it all that close toward the outside part of the plate.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, for me, I'm thinking Jose is seeing the ball very well. Get A.J. Pollock up next. He handled him very well in the 6th inning. I think if he gives anything to Jose too good to hit here, it is a big mistake.
Pretty good pitch.
Yeah, down and out of the zone, though. I mean, it was tantalizing. It just wasn't a strike.
You got a guy that's going to try to beat you with one swing, get you a run. 2-1.
Abreu on the 2-1 count. Here's the pitch by Tanner Houck. Off the plate, 3-1.
I believe a fastball down the middle here would be a mistake, Steve.
Yeah, I think even a slider that's in the neighborhood would be a mistake.
Here's a 3-1.
Check
swing did not go, so it's a walk. Abreu
Nice
throws a
job by
walk.
Jose, because he had a pretty good idea after the last at bat in the 6th that Houck was not going to give him anything to hit out of the ballpark. So he was content to take his walk and turn it over to A.J. Pollock.
Jay says the ball tends to find McCovey Cove in the warm air. Like I said, mentally,
I thought that was Lindsey Buckingham.
a lot of home runs are usually hit in July to August, and that's by the visiting teams too. So,
But that's a foul.
so expect a lot of home runs to be hit in the next by July.
Ball 1.
So we got ball 1 to AJ Pollock. Here's the 1-0.
Outside 2-0. Tanner Houck has provided quite a bit of length here for the Red Sox on the bullpen, but he may be running out of steam at this point.
One could only hope.
He would not be the one that's hoping that, but
Nope. Whatever he's got left in the tank, he's going to show it to Pollock here. one way or the other, this is going to be his last inning.
Here's a 2-0. Strike.
Fastball is strike 2-1.
Austin Davis up in the pen.
And they got, I believe, from Michael Chavis from Pittsburgh.
Check swing.
3-1.
I said no.
Davis is doing a nice job with the Pirates.
He's had maybe his best season in the majors so far.
I remember when he burst on the scene, he hit some titanic home runs in this park.
Here, yeah, he had a series that was like a whole season worth.
And the pitch. Foul
His
off.
third foul, 3-2. You wonder if they'd let Tanner Houck face Jake Berger. We got to ground out in the 7th. If Pollock were to reach,
I believe they would.
there are competing interests there. If you feel like you can get Berger out, that's one thing. But if you also feel like he's running out of steam,
first full count. 3-2. Grounder.
around third base,
Chopped over.
Devers
Devers fields it. Throws it over to first. And that's now.
does get the out.
Cordero.
To retire the side. It's
So-
a moot point.
No runs, no hits. One man left on base here to the hole. Last chance for the Red Sox here at the top of the ninth. Through 8, it is the White Sox 3 and the Red Sox 1. Let's take a look at the hitters for the Red Sox coming up at the top part of the ninth. It should be Vasquez, Bradley Jr., and Hernandez. Yep, I was right. Well, close. It's Bradley Jr., Hernandez, and Devers. So 9-1 and 2, last chance for the Red Sox in the top of the ninth. Yeah, that's true. It's early. But like I said, I feel like the Yankees are going to have a mix of win and losing streaks to kind of balance everything out with this very unexpected great start that we've had to the season. But yeah, definitely think that hopefully guys can get healthy so we get a even more competitive baseball season. Beat teams at full strength. Always been a much bigger fan of that because it legitimizes. You can't control who you play in front of you, but
Top of the ninth inning, and Liam Hendricks will face Bradley, Hernandez, and Devers. An update on Joe Kelly. He left with left hamstring tightness, according to the Sox.
Let's just hope it is a cramp as opposed to a strain or a pull.
That would be the best way
here's
to
Liam
do it.
Hendricks.
That's ball one, 99 up to Bradley, who singled in the second.
Ball 1. Jackie Bradley 1 for 3. And the pitch.
2-0 on Jackie Bradley Jr. Liam got a ground ball out from Vasquez on 4 pitches, all of which were strikes in the 8th.
Here's the pitch.
Way outside, 3-0. Again, what's at stake with a base runner is the 4th hitter in this inning.
Unless you can induce either Hernandez or Devers to ground into a double play, if you put Bradley on.
And
3-0 is a
3-0.
strike, 3-1.
Pretty much what you have to say for Liam Hendricks here is, I'm going to throw it down the middle. You're going to know what's coming, and I best against your best. Hit it as far as you can.
And strike two.
3-2. Jackie Bradley Jr. had to halt.
I didn't agree with
that's
that
a pretty
call.
good pitch. I mean, it split the outside corner.
Let me see.
Although he didn't think it was a strike, it had a good piece of the plate.
And where it came over was a strike.
We'll show you the animation.
Oh, yeah. Yep, good call.
3-2 from Hendricks. On the ground to third.
Oh, what a play.
That is neat. And tag there. One down.
Boy, what a great play on both ends. For Yohan Moncada, a tremendous play to stop this ball. And for Abreu, recognizing that he couldn't stay on the bag and catch the baseball at the same time. He comes off. They get a very speedy base runner at first base. This could turn out to be a game saver before all is said and done. Just a big effort on both sides.
Nice tag by Abreu, too.
Play.
Yes, it was.
Great play.
And Liam is ecstatic.
Everybody picking each other up. One down for Kike Hernandez.
And the pitch. Ball.
Outside a slider, 1-0.
Well, that was a tough ball just to stop, let alone throw in the same motion.
And the pitch.
2-0.
Oh.
Liam knew that one when he threw it. You heard him say, Whatever sounds I can repeat from the White Sox closer. 2-0 to Hernandez. Devers next. Trying to keep Martinez for tomorrow.
3-1 White Sox, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Inside 3-0.
Back-to-back 3-0 counts to open the ninth.
And the pitch. That's the ball.
Ball four.
Take your base.
A timely double play.
We got ourselves a walk.
There's three hitters back to back.
I've been watching a little bit of Jazz Chisholm Jr. from the Marlins. He's been solid and fun to watch. We'll see if he keeps it up, though.
323. They all have at least one hit tonight, with Martinez registering a pair.
See if Devers goes after the first one, and he does. After four straight out of the zone, thought he might snap at a first pitch fastball. He
I don't know.
Away.
98 upstairs.
I'm going to have to get back to you on that one.
That make solid contact.
But Jazz Chisholm Jr., that's good. I'm going to have to get back to you on that one.
Hernandez at first, tying run at the plate, Devers.
And the pitch.
Sidesteps a heater, 1-1.
Well, that's where they want to throw Devers. He's not going to be able to get his hands out on 98. But Liam missed inside. Lucas threw a couple of fastballs there and tied him up all night in the same spot. And that was at 93-94.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
This time with a slider.
There's the spot, and that was a good hard slider at 91. That's as good as Liam's thrown it, certainly tonight.
Eight for 5 in his career against Hendricks with a strikeout.
1-2 for Devers.
Taking a deep breath. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 2 away. Strikes
Liam
him.
Hendricks side swipes Devers.
And the Red Sox are down to their last out.
Well, look, after establishing that slider in, he never expected some high heat. He fouls the first one off, misses with the second one. Then a dandy of a slider, and now upstairs at 99, throws it by him. Not anybody in this league makes solid contact 99 that high.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss
Martinez swings through a
by
first
J.D.
pitch
Martinez.
from Liam Hendricks off the outside corner.
2 for 3, 2 singles.
Martinez, 5 home runs. An outstanding slugger for the Boston Red Sox. Hernandez at first, tying run at the plate.
Here's the 0-1. Ball.
1 ball and 1 strike, a little too tall.
Seems like J.D. Martinez is just about 2 for 6 against everybody.
On the low end. Slider, fastball so far from Hendricks to Martinez. Time called. Liam took a little too long for Martinez's liking. Liam's going to tie his shoe. Loop, swoop, and pull. The rhythm of baseball is so interesting because you have the tension and the drama in a close ball game and fans waiting for an out. But if a shoe's untied, you have to pause and then bring it back with the energy from the crowd.
Here's the 1-1.
That one
Foul the way,
inside out
strike
is
2.
foul. 1 and 2 on
The
Martinez.
Red Sox are down to their last strike.
Well, if he can throw another slider, very similar to the one that he threw to Devers, it's going to be at bat over.
William gets ready. Here's the 1-2 to J.D. Ball.
Way too far off the plate.
Tried it again, but missed with that one.
Long look from Hendricks.
Here we go. Fans on the field again.
He's ready. 2 and 2.
2-2. Chop
On the
foul.
ground, over the plate and foul.
Liam trying to get the 4-out
Those are the
save.
kind where a guy just barely touches the ball.
J.D.
You want to
Martinez
spin back
potentially
into
being the
fair
last hitter.
territory, so you can throw him out and end the game.
Chance tonight to pick up a game on Minnesota. Expand the second place lead on Cleveland by a game as well. Coming to the end of May. What started a rainy night has become a tense
Sounds
night.
like it's a thunderstorm.
The wind howling on 2 and 2.
You can hear the wind. Here's the 2-2. Ball.
Upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Went to the curveball that time. It just spun out of his hand.
Just the second one he's thrown tonight.
All right, let's see.
Hernandez at
Runner on
first.
first.
Now 3 and 2.
3-2.
Martinez
Ball.
takes what's called ball 4 just below the zone. And it's a second walk in the inning to bring up Xander Bogaerts.
All right, as you guys heard, it's a walk.
This is a great eye by J.D. Martinez because this one is just off the plate.
Just off.
He saw it all the way. His hands never move forward. It's a good slider, but it's not a strike.
Bobby Dahlbeck is going to pinch run for Martinez as the tying run in this game at first. Liam thought maybe.
He got really good spin on it, and if you're going to miss, you miss that way. You miss down and out of the zone. He missed that way.
2 men on. Here's the pitch.
Bogaerts breaks his bat.
Breaks his bat. Strike 1. Needs a new bat.
And went
Shout out to
fluttering
Yesser Ski.
toward
Appreciate
the
you
third
coming on
base
through.
coaching box, and he's
Enjoy
gonna have
dinner.
to clean up on aisle 5.
This slider caught the end of the bat, and then the bat went to third, the ball went to first, and Bogart stayed in the box.
Now, I'm not the expert in the booth, but that does now look like a cricket bat, does it not?
It almost looks exactly like
Bogarts just got himself a new
I'm
bat.
shocked that Bogarts is not using it.
1 for 2, 2 walks and a
Got
single.
a good flat side, makes solid contact with it.
Could you imagine the sound it would make?
Imagine the vibration in your hands it would make.
He's got a new bat. 0-1 to Bogarts.
Here's the 0-1. Lays off 1-1.
Slider, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We're against Liam Hendricks, not too much for Xander Bogaerts. These three, back to back to back, are three of the toughest hitters in baseball that you have to face sequentially. Devers, Martinez, and Bogaerts.
He struck Devers out. He walked Martinez
Every
on
2, 3,
7
4.
pitches. And now
Here's
Bogaerts
1-1.
in the air.
In the air.
Field side. Harrison is out. Vaughn is in. Andrew Vaughn
Woo.
makes the catch.
Right.
What in the world is Josh Harrison doing anywhere near him?
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, the game ends.
Yes, it does.
And the White Sox win.
3-1. White Sox.
That was Andrew Vaughn's fault
On
all
this
the
one,
way.
and the outfielder has the play, and fortunately, Andrew Vaughn able to keep his concentration. I mean, it wasn't the surest catch around, and that's the end of the ball game.
Well, that was fun, huh?
Tell you something. Never a dull moment in this. This was a grinder from start to finish.
Yeah, that was a heck of a grind out game, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened. I was getting kind of tired for some reason. I don't know what happened, but anyway, the White Sox win. They went 3-1 over the Boston Red Sox. Having a little technical difficulties during the stream with the scoreboard, and then on top of that, starting off late due to the rain and the rain delay, but we got through it, and so the White Sox win by the score of 3-1 over the Boston Red Sox. Shout out to G Daddy Media. He says, "All right, bro, wake up now. Good stuff over here, dude. Keep it up, Coach G." All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. No doubt. Appreciate it. Thank you. Always hit that like and hit that subscribe, but that is the end of the stream. So I'll be back on tomorrow with some baseball, probably tomorrow. And if not baseball, then it's probably going to be I'll probably do the Mavs and the Warriors tomorrow, most likely. So we'll see where my head is at in terms of where I'm thinking baseball and basketball. So we'll see. I think the Warriors-Mavs series has actually been better despite the fact that it's a 3-1 Warriors lead. So, but we'll see. I'll set that up in anyway. But anyway, guys, take care. Have a wonderful night. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. And y'all already know this is Louis Sports Network saying bless up, live, laugh, love. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. Blessings. And y'all already know the motto. I'm gone. We'll see you tomorrow.
You know, so many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan, I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're two different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me. Because, you can't compare